4 weeks and 1,000 players plus some more took part to play in the Wingman Series 8, and now it all boils down to this, the last few games. My name is Talha, I'm joined by HayZ, and we are ready to crown the Wingman Duo champions of the Americas. These players will be playing for $20,000 US, $40,000 for each region. We crowned yesterday Blaze Esports for our EU, EMEA, and CIS winners, and they walk away with a nice, lovely $8,000 for first place. Who's going to be the Americas Duo champions?
I mean, obviously now you've got the LATAM guys, and then you have the NA as well mixed in together. Obviously, we weren't casting the first 8 games. Nope. This is only 4 games today. We weren't casting the first day. That was X and Toby from home. They were grinding it out. But yeah, no. I'm excited to see exactly how this plays out. We'll have to see the leaderboards as well to see how that works, and then we can sort of make some storylines from there.
Yeah, of course. We unfortunately, HayZ and I were very busy during the week, so and with the scheduling interruptions, we had to reschedule a lot of things. So Toby and X took care of the first 8 games. So we're already coming into the last couple of games. I think it's the last 4: Sanhok, Miramar, Erangel. Yeah, the last 4 games. So we're going to see the leaderboard and see exactly how the players have done during the middle of the week. But other than that, so let's get the schedule up first so everyone can know what the rundown is for the day, and then we can make the storylines as HayZ said. So there you go, week 4 finals. That is today. Well, is this week. We've already played the first 8. We're going to be playing Sanhok, Miramar, and then 2 Erangel games to round it off. Local time is 8 o'clock. We won't be going on that long. Thankfully, we don't have that many games. So we're going to be starting, well, I've already said it. Sanhok, there you go. 45 minutes for the games, Miramar, and then Erangel. So we're looking at about a 2-hour kind of runtime for the North America and South America Wingman finals. If you don't already know, you're tuning in just now to see what the hype is about. Here is the point systems that we run here at the GLL Wingman series. 10 points for a win, pretty standard. 6 for second place, and then 5, and then everyone else below that is -1. And you do get 1 point for a kill, and we do see how much difference that makes. We saw that yesterday, and we're definitely going to see it today.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I was explaining yesterday as well that obviously in squads, it's kind of like half gets the placement points, right? So the top half, whereas here it's not even the top half, it's like the top sort of like third get placement points. So it's even more important than squads where you get kills, for sure.
Yeah, and yesterday we saw just a difference between 3 points towards the end, and especially for second and third, there was only a couple points in it. So you really need to start racking up those kills, and if you need to go for those kills, if you no longer go for those kills that are available to you, you're no longer playing competitively.
Yeah, no, exactly. You took the words right out of my mouth, yeah, essentially, yeah.
If anyone can figure out where I got that quote from and put it into the context of PUBG, then kudos to you. Can you guess?
No, I have no idea.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm a massive F1 fan. It's Ayrton Senna said, if you no longer go for gap where there is gap, you're no longer a racing driver. And I think the same should apply in PUBG. If there is a kill, I mean, we saw Mikalovic, one of the CIS players, going for a kill on 1 HP. He was going for a man push. He's like, you know what? This guy needs to die. It was against Ewan, and he goes for it. And it really paid in his favor, you know? He had a level 3 gear and an AUG in his hand. Definitely, but still, it is like something just kicked in, fight or flight mode in him, and we just saw fight. 1 HP, I'm going to push, and he won the fight. We want to see more of those. And from the playstyle that we've seen from the South American region, you guys and your vehicle kills definitely will be expecting to shake things up.
Yeah, it's. I mean, obviously we've seen the LATAM guys and how they play. We obviously, I think we saw, was it I think it was week 3 or week 2 that we spectated the LATAM region during their lead up to the finals, and some of the stuff they did, I was mind blown. Like just watching them and how they play it, and it's just so aggressively, kind of not carelessly, but just like very sort of just in your face.
Yeah,
it was kind of cool to watch, to be honest with you.
All the time, and we have the LATAM finals as well straight after this. So some of these players will be playing in the Wingman, walking away with some money, and then some of them will be playing straight away in the LATAM Masters.
Wow, yeah.
Walking away with some more money, but it's not about the money for that. It's about the top spot, because the first place team goes to PGC, and that's what everyone's got their eyes on. And I'm not too sure. Do we have a chance to look at the leaderboard, Mr. Producers? If that is the case, maybe they're just getting it up. I don't want to rush them. Okay, yeah, sure. All right, we'll get that up to your screens very quickly. Now, we said this yesterday. If you're tuning in and you're like, what is this Wingman hype about and how on earth do I get involved? Because it's not a closed-off event. Over 1,000 players took part to try and get in on the action. All you need to do is head over to play.gll.gg, find a friend, get your nan, get your dog, and sign up with them. Play in the Wingman, and you could be playing in a lobby like this, and my god, is that an insane set of points. This is the total leaderboard of the Americas. Yappish yappish. I'm not gonna go for the sound effect. 70 points in the lead. They're about 12 points ahead of second place. Anything is possible. 58 points. Third place, Sia in March, 44 points, and Envy sitting comfortably in fourth with 40 points. So not as close in the top 5 as the EMEA CIS finals yesterday, but still very much doable. Yappish Yappish, very comfortable right there up at the top.
Yeah, and I just want to say a big congrats to Yapisha Peach for actually qualifying for PGC through the ESL LA League. So congratulations to them for qualifying to that. That's fantastic. We will see them, I think, later on in the GLL Latam Masters. I mean, they obviously can't get another spot, can they? So we'll see how that works out. But nonetheless, congratulations to them. But yeah, as you can see, obviously, like a massive gap between first and second, and then another massive gap of 14 points between second and third. So there's a lot to play for in these games. You can obviously see that.
Yep, just having a look there, Envy, both of their teams. So we've got Envy and then we've got Prudy, which is Moody and Pride.
Pride and Moody, yeah, that's the one.
Pride and Moody. They are sitting in the top 7, so that's pretty good for their organization nonetheless. But let's get underway, get the evening started. It's game number 9 of the Wingman Series 8 finals, and we're flying to the C-130 over Sanhok. And of course, in true good old fashion, you can literally go anywhere you want. Now, yesterday we were pretty bummed out because we had to restart the Sanhok game. And we had a pretty interesting circle, which was on the leftmost island. And that would have been exciting to watch. But let's see if the PUBG gods favor carnage over serenity today.
Yeah, it was a northwestern circle, and then just some issues arose, and people couldn't get in the games. You had to restart. I was excited for that one, but nonetheless, we'll see where it pops. 10 seconds till the circle does pop. Meanwhile, though, Moody taking down Long Approach instantly. Where is that? Where is that? I mean,
is that?
I can't see that. Where is that?
It is right bang slap north of the circle where he is. It is in the little compound just here next to RDS.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. So north of Quarry. Okay, that's fine. Anyway, the circle's popped. It's obviously just east of Quarry, so not too bad. Not too much of a rough circle. We'll see what the second circle does, because that can dictate pretty much most of where the circle goes. So yeah, Moody getting the first kill of the game. That was on Lawan Proach. I think his teammate RDS is just up, just northeast of him, just up the hill. There we go. So unfortunate times, dropping on the same compound. Maybe Moody just found an AK and that was it. You know, he just chased him down and bish bash bosh, you're down.
Job's done. See that quite a lot. Pride not that far away from Moody either, just in the compound down the road next to Quarry. And now a couple of duos looking pretty set in this circle already. We've got DJN and Lumber Keeps. Oh, sorry, Keeps from Lumber. They're down there in the docks area, and they can make their way up a bit north. They don't have to worry about any sort of aggression or crossing bridges, which makes their life a lot easier. Furia as well, one of the top teams that we're going to be keeping our eyes on throughout the evening as well. They have... God, everyone goes there, and I can't actually see the names. I forgot what it is. That area.
Oh, yeah. You've got Roger and Flux, and then...
Frolicker. Oh, dear Lord. Baby Beans finds Frolicker trying to drive away on a moped. It's not fast enough, and it looks like the booty clappers... Well, one booty got clapped. The booty of Frolicker.
Yeah. So, I mean, I was going to mention, actually, their split is really interesting. You got, I think that's Victor. I mean, he's about a kilometer east of that, just like way past Paradise Resort, even past the two Envy Boys and Intero and Pat Caps. He's miles away from that. So I'm not sure what their split. Well, I'm not sure the reasoning for their split, but definitely didn't work out. That's for sure.
We've got a duo pulling up on another duo in the compound down there as Ragnar Doi finds Taylor J. They're going to be down to 1 player 2, and it looks like they're just south of the center of the circle as well. Guizira and another team. It looks like a DB28 is their logo. They're just going to be sharing a compound and letting them drive on. Well, not drive on by, but just chill. Indeed. Pay double rent. Oh, Cherry Poppin has found himself. Well, he doesn't actually know. He's going to be walking into a building with black, and he just walks straight in. He's going to get taken down straight away. The lion costume not really going to be helping Cherry Poppin at any time. Bazal manages to get himself an early point.
You'd think that Bazal would have the lion costume since he just pounced completely on him. That was unfortunate for Cherry Poppin. Penta looking to come over and see what he can do. Maybe he can get a 1v2 going. Possibly just flush one out and then leave. We'll have to see. This is. I mean, it's not gonna happen just yet. So we'll see what the circle is obviously shrinking in. It's gone pretty fast. Is that normal? I feel like that's pretty fast. I'm not sure.
Sanhok, because
yeah, I suppose the circles are a bit faster on Sanhok for sure. But yeah, lots of people making their way into the circle. Lots of teams. You got the Red Canids boy just towards the western side of Painan coming in a vehicle. Silzen from Yipish throwing some nades out. Definitely not hit the mark. They are miles away from that one. Rello and Profi. They're running all the way past Quarry and all the way past Silzen and Kodak.
Yeah, Silzen looking in the general direction of Velo and his teammate, trying to cut them off. Going to use a little sniper tower to spot them out. Might have just missed them coming up. Nope, there we go. Ooh. Spots them, gets the QBU out, manages to get a tag, but that looked like level 3 gear on Profi's head. So not a lot of damage. Yep, he's taking a third. No, it's not. I'm blind.
It's full level 2 gear, yeah.
It is just full level 2 gear. Oh, no, sorry. It's for Kendi where you can get level 3 helmet on the ground, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah. I mean, the only crate on the map is actually just west of, just east of Lokawi, out in the water.
Yeah,
so.
That's not going to be...
Nah. I mean, someone could probably try, but I doubt it. It looks like the Yapish boys are backing off. They've cut their losses. There's no point in chasing that because Rollo and Profi found themselves a compound. So it looks like there's a few players I've noticed that don't have their teammates. You've got Kovad, VIII Kovad directly in the center of the circle, and then Godzero just northwest of the Yapish boys. Seems like some of them haven't spawned in or haven't joined the game, unfortunately. So yeah, it looks like there's a lot of solos already.
Yeah, well, Sharu, we saw his teammate Taylor J get taken down, so... Unfortunately for him, his duo did make it into the game, just didn't make it far enough. In the middle there, Leonardo Leo finds Valiant, takes him down. That's from Space Storm. Ooh. And Space Storm's completely eliminated as Soad finds the second one. And there we go. That's all it takes.
Yeah, and we saw Space Storm do really, really well in the qualifiers leading up to the Grand Finals. So, yeah, have them get taken out pretty early is pretty big for every other team, essentially. Interesting stuff. Should see the circle shift momentarily. Second circle will pretty much dictate where the third goes, considering there is a lot of water inside. And, in fact, actually, RDS, he's got two players just in front of him. Rebo.
Oh my God, Rebo just turns on him and gets rid of RDS, and that is Furukawa Gaming eliminated. And they go out in 25th place. It was a valiant effort, but damn. Yeah. The QBZ, sometimes you wonder how it's better than the AK-47 at that range, but it just is.
Yeah, it's a pretty solid 5.56 gun, but I was sure that RDS had the jump on him there to get the knock, but apparently not.
Well, Moody and Pride, they've got the jump on the Yapish guys. Kodak falling very low, needs to use the fence as cover. Sizzlian gets spotted up, but he hits the deck too. And that's going to give them the opportunity to try and gain some more ground, but also heal up. But Moody and Pride, they need to be careful because they have Rello and Profi just on the hill behind them.
Yeah, got to watch out for that. I'm sure. I don't think they'll make anything of it. If they see a few knocks go down, then maybe they'll push that. But there is no real reason anyway. I think they're accounting for the third circle shift because, as you can see, there is a decent amount of water on the south and in the eastern side. So you can kind of expect, obviously, third circle, if you don't know, does shift away from water. It has the land ratio setting set to 1. So third circle on Sanhok only, by the way. It's fourth circle on Miramar and Erangel. So that will shift out most of the water as much as it can. So we should see this circle shift somewhat north. So you can expect Relo and Profi and Pat Caps and Interrogate to be pretty set for the next one.
Ribbo managing to get some shots onto Profi there. Profi replies with a tiny bit. Relo's come into fighting range as well. Ragnar, just in the background, needs to help his teammate, but you can see all the teams just converging on this singular road. And they need to be careful of one another as they're trying to get across. Kovad also behind Ragnar and Ribbo. Meanwhile, Soad and his teammate, and they're up there on the high ground, so they've got a nice overwatch going on. Quarry, not an ideal place to be completely honest. Soad sprays down a pushing Profi. Hold on, was that Profi? Yeah, it was. Relo actually gets knocked down, so now it's Profi on his own. Profi replies with a grenade, finds Soad. He's going to use it as an opportunity to push in, not go for the res. His teammate's too far away, gets the flush. Excellent angle, but now he has to be careful of Leonardo, who's sitting in the other building. Probably watching the angle. He knows exactly where the res is going to be. Profi, a bit premature. 3 HP, hits the deck, gets back up, goes for the spray. Leo is down. Oh my god, Profi. Man mode.
How does that work? I don't understand. Did Leo just have like a lapse of attention there and just not shoot when he got up? I don't understand. He was on 5 HP.
I don't think you're going to be expecting someone to hit the deck and then get back up straight away.
Yeah, but like,
there's animation. Aiming and
yeah, there's like an animation. You know he's there. Like he stands up, he's dead. Okay. Nonetheless, somehow Profi makes it work. I think he was trying to throw a smoke on his teammate and just gets caught out. But, well, I say caught out. Not quite.
Unfortunately, he does survive. He gets the 2 points, but he cannot get to Relo. Relo does bleed out. I think he might have got picked up by someone else, but unfortunately doesn't get the res off. So Profi is going to be by himself. The circle shifts hard north.
Yeah, as expected. Circle, I mean, that's the best kind of circle that you could have imagined there. So everyone that's predicted that, you've got Rebo and Ragnar in the center. Meanwhile, Capitan. Oh, and Runner as well. The Susquehanna Whites, Sonic's Whites, they go out.
Well, and they know Wildcard is also somewhere in the blue getting a res up. Kickstart, needing a bit of a helping hand from Adam. They're going to have to heal on the blue and come in because they do have Cream waiting. Meanwhile, Pat Caps, he doesn't care right now if you're in the circle or not. He's just going to start shooting and making your life complete misery.
Yeah, trying to get in the third party somehow. They did get knocked just out of the blue. There's obviously the wildcard boys just out in the northern side there. Cream team trying to sort of catch them out somehow. It looks like Interrogate's seeing some shots at sorry, that's Runner actually, just on the edge. But nothing really coming of it.
Oh, so Sakapata get a 2-in-1 grenade there. No longer rocking with a teammate, but he's on his solo. He's got a lot of space to play around with if he needed to move out. Can just chill in there right now. Oh my god, Snackers finds a lovely headshot there onto Bazao.
I'm just going to correct you. It's Snakers, and I know.
Sorry.
No.
What did I say?
I know this. Yeah, because it's in the past it's been pretty funny. He's been called Snackers quite a lot in the past, and he just gets so annoyed. So I'm just before. No, fair enough. You know. Snackers.
Well,
Snackers goes down.
Ganjan, he's going to follow up with a molly. Unfortunately, Snakers, he is going to crawl behind the rock. His teammate Shinboy, he's not going to go for the res. He's going to go for the defense against Ganjan. He does have time to play with as Bazao is coming up. Goes for the res eventually. He knows Ganjahan needs to heal up. But if Ganjahan follows up with another nade, he's actually going to start pushing, going to stop the res. Shinboy holds it through, peeks up. Headshot nearly coming in. Ganjahan falls down to 50 HP. He falls eventually because Snakers hasn't healed up. Now it's Bazao's turn to come around the corner and die. And Shinboy finds him. And just like that, Cadets are annihilated. Sorry, Cadets annihilate.
Yeah, that was solid work there. Just the the rock peak's just just absolutely insane. It's so quick. Meanwhile, Interrogate knocks down Adam. He's going to try and get rezzed up here. Kickstart behind the rock. We'll see if he can make a move. But Interrogate, he's got all eyes on that rock. He knows exactly what's going to happen.
I'm not quite sure. They're trying to figure out where Kickstart is, but because he's not moving, they think that he's probably run off in a different direction. But you can see how open it is. There we go. Kickstart lying down QBU in his hand. And this is going to be insane if he manages to pull this off. But he gets spotted out by Pack Caps. Needs to run away. Adam, 50 HP. Time is ticking. Kickstart very low. Pack Caps. And the nade comes in. It bounces over. And that is just perfect. Nowhere to run for you. Kickstart. And Wildcard, they go out in 13th place. We're down to the top 12. Finally, teams can start looking at getting the points.
Those were some solid nades. You saw the synchronicity of the nades just come over and they landed on both sides of the rock, so he had literally nowhere to go. It was
no
like,
counterplay.
Well, yeah,
no counterplay.
It's so good. That's I mean that's why they're part of Team Envy. They're solid players. Their synergy is off the charts. It seems. But meanwhile, their teammate Pride, just towards the southwest, he's got himself a little shack. We'll see if we see some Envy on Envy action soonish. But yeah, the circle has kind of donated slightly towards Quarry. It's sort of a slight sort of a western shift, but nothing to worry about. Kodak and Selzen directly center. Rebo and Ragnar as well.
HVZ, FPS, and Lowboy. Coming in from the Quarry side. Profi just ahead of them in the compound still. Hasn't moved since getting an insane double kill. It's going to be holding that off. It's going to be pretty hard to push for those two. But Profi's on the other side. Victor eventually falls to the blue zone. I think he was getting tagged up and then... Nope, he wasn't. He just didn't make it in time. You can see the blue zone there. Very, very close. Unfortunately for him.
It might have been Shinboy and Snakers, I'm not quite sure. Maybe they tagged him up just from the south there, but nonetheless, he does go down. He does get 1 point in terms of placement, I think. So, yeah, so he shouldn't be too bad there. I mean, well, it's not great.
I wonder what happened there. A bit of Envy on Envy action.
Oh, yeah.
I think Pride must have just ran straight into Pat Caps and interrogating in the shack there. Yeah, the Farm Boys are looking to get in a bit closer, but they're on the edge of the circle, so they don't need to make any sort of aggressive moves once they're already in. Top 10 now. Next team to die will get about 2 placement points, so you want to make sure that you're dying with a couple of points, with a couple of kill points as well, to really make the most of these placement points.
Exactly. We haven't seen the duo and Disciple and Wolf do anything this game. We haven't even seen them at all. They've come in from the south side, probably taken boats, and now they're in top 10 with probably no kills, I imagine. So, yeah, I mean, they got some work to do, but they're here. They're alive in the top 10, so good stuff from them.
Yep, they need to start stepping it up, start fragging out, but you can see center of the circle. They can get in quite nicely, and they're on top of a hill there. They do have DJN and Keeps on their right-hand side, on the eastern side, and then Psycho is just in the compound to their west. But other than that, I don't think they're going to spot out Psycho anytime soon. It looks like they've got their eyes on DJ, on the Lumber guys. Might just be a difficult angle, or they're waiting for the perfect opportunity to get an instant knock. Capitan, very close by to Interrogate and Caps as they're trying to rotate out. Might be able to play spoiler there. Yeah, look at that. Disciple spots out Lumber. I think that is Keeps that he's spotting out. And if Keeps, you turn around, your head is just going to be in the perfect position to be shot at.
It's taking so much time. I mean,
it's not a clean shot.
Yeah, wait, I mean, it was in a sense. I mean, yeah, that's a clean shot. There we go. Easy headshot. Body shot comes in as well. And they don't get the flush. So that could potentially be rezzed there by DJ. More shots come out. Red, yes. Psycho gets the tags onto Disciple there. Wolf has to heal up as well. Looks like they're going to push this. They know they got the knock, so solid decision.
Come on, you can see him. You can see him. You literally can see him. Disciple. I think they were very late on that push. Hesitation there. They didn't really know exactly whether or not to push that, and they decided to push a bit too late. The res has already gone off, the heals have already gone off, and Lumber, they can just back off and look at more trying matters, such as Cadets, Shinboy, and Snakers pushing in from just above them. They heard the shots, and they know roughly where they are. They just need to pinpoint it. Capitan finds Interrogating Caps with one grenade, gets the knock, and then flushes the other one out. Shinboy catches a, keeps running in the open, flushes him out, and Lumber, it looks like they're going to go out in 8th place. Oh, no, Snakers gets tagged up on the backside, just there by DJN. The nade, it might just hit the tree, but it's going to bounce. Oh, no! Bounces off the rock and comes back into range. And there we go, the Lumberjacks duo, they're out in 9th place. One in the
solid.
What's their name? One in the two good heady brother.
That's the, yeah, I think something like that, yeah.
Yeah, oh my god, Capitan, he's going out. In fact, it's going to be Ragnar that steals the knock that Capitan got, but he's a solo. He's now getting tagged up by Ribbo. Still, he's in the circle, and he's got a nice side to himself, so he can just hold up a tiny bit. Meanwhile, Profi's getting pushed eventually by the Farm duo. It's coming in, and Profi, oh no, he's actually climbing some pillars there, trying to... being a very bad boy.
that was a solid spot. That's the kind of spots that you just don't expect, though.
Yeah.
Really, like in a competitive game, maybe in a public match, but competitive games you don't expect anyone to be up there.
There we go. He's heard them. He's holding the doorway. He gets one down. Goes for the flush, unfortunately, but he jumps out the window. But the level 3 gear is going to help Lowboy out, and Lowboy now needs to run, get into the zone, not get shot at, and heal up.
Wow. That was a really nice move from Profi to jump out the window and get the different angle on the right side there. Solid movement. Doesn't quite work out. Level 3 gear doing work there. Lowboy taking some shots from Capitan up on the northern hill.
Capitan trying to find a different angle. He's got an SKS in his hand. Follow up with a lightweight grip, so it's going to be easier to spray fire like this. Not hitting a lot, but he's going to follow every shot up with a nade. That's a good bounce. It might. Oh my god! It goes in the right direction. It actually tags up Lowboy. But now Lowboy needs to use a smoke. He's not in the circle. Neither is Capitan.
Capitan has got his nades on point here, just doing so much damage. Lowboy still on 50 HP. These nades are solid from Capitan. Lowboy does have an Orm, so that could play into his favor. One tag and it looks like Capitan might have to back off and heal.
There we go, Capitan finally spots him with the level 3 gear. It's not going to help you this time. Capitan finds Lowboy and takes himself into the top 5 as he gets tagged up by Ribbo. And Shinboy and Snakers actually go down by Coma. It's Ribbo, he gets both of them.
Yeah,
Easy.
Ribbo doing solid work there on the northeastern side. Ragnar pushing around the east towards the south as well. Kodak, he's the only one alive on his team. 1 kill to his name. He's got a shack in the center. He's still inside as well. You can see that on the mini-map. And you got Wolf and Disciple, Ragnar, and Rebo as the only teams with 2 alive. Circle is shifting. It's pretty quick, these Sanok circles. You don't have much time to really reset. No time for respite. Smoke's coming out. Lots of smokes coming out, in fact. Wolf gets the knock onto Ragnar. Big headshot coming out. Rebo's going to cross over the road as well. Kodak.
No, Kodak trying to take out the last remaining player there of the team. But Ribbo, he's got an angle and gets rid of him. Now we're down to the top 2. And oh my god, it's going to be Wolf that catches the win. Just there, gets the spray. 1 and the 2 good heady, brother. Let's go. Insane game to start everything off. 4-kill win, 14 points on the board, but you can't take it away from Ribbo and Ragnar. They did so much work. There's 7 kills to their name. And Kodak carrying the team at the moment with 2 kills. Sicilian went down a bit too early as well. But my god, we had some insane solo players managing to get their team up into the top 10 with a couple of kills. Capitan, one to point out, 4 plus kills. Yeah. And 9th place. And then we had... Profi as well, managing to do work.
Yeah.
Without pride. No, sorry, not pride. without Relo.
Relo. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, yeah. Had the 1v2 there at the compound just south of Quarry. Yeah, I mean, I was just saying, Kapitan with the 1v2, I think, on Interrogate and Pat Caps just hits a nade. We didn't quite see it. Maybe we have it on a highlight somewhere, but that was nuts. We saw that in kill feed and it was like, well, okay, that's interesting. And then he continues to hit some good nades on the players running down from the hill.
Especially that's when it all went downhill for Cherry Poppins. And this was it. Profi hits the deck, stands back up, goes straight, and look at it's just like a slither of the body that you can see, and every shot lands. All the important shots land.
Yeah, solid stuff. Shinbo with the knock there. Yeah, the London boys did decently well. Just coming from I mean, the south side of the circle, they didn't really have much to work with in terms of kills because there wasn't anyone really on their side. That nade just bounced off the rock there, catch him in the back. Solid stuff.
Absolutely solid. A good first game to get things rolling for the evening, but we saw the leaderboard. We've got a lot of points for a lot of the teams to catch up to first place, and in fact second place, 58 points and 70 points ahead. A lot of the teams lacking about 14 odd points, and that is a 14 kill win that we saw, a 14 point win, sorry, that we saw by those guys, Wolf and Disciple. And let's just hope that helps them get up ahead. Now. If you want to take part in... sorry, 1 second. Let me just get my head straight. If you want to take part in these games, because it is a lot of money that people are playing for here, $20,000 between two players. You know, you're walking away with 8,000. HayZ says that it's a nice... what did you say?
Moped.
It's a nice moped.
Yeah,
that's what HayZ wants. I say it's a nice holiday, you know, for you and your grandmother. You know, go treat her out. And all you need to do is head over to play.gll.gg and sign up and take part. Of course, it is arduous. You've got to play a lot of qualifiers against a lot of people that want to take part. And then once you do that, you sit and you play for 4 weeks of intense PUBG games. And especially if you're in North America, you're playing against some of the best players that there are, some of the MPL players too. And, I mean, if nothing comes out of it, at least you can make your name for yourself.
Yeah, exactly. You can make a name for yourself and frag out. Even if you kill it, pardon me. If you kill one of the MPL players, or whatever, you know, it's like bragging rights in a sense. I'm kind of, you know, I don't think they really appreciate it if you tweet them, but I'm not.
Yeah, definitely don't tweet them.
In fact, no, do tweet them. It's hilarious. I love that. It's funny. So if you kill one of the MPL players, tweet them. It's great.
Perfect. Well, let's move on. We're going to go to a short break, and then we'll come back straight onto Miramar, and we'll close off. Well, we just want to see who's going to be the winners of the South America and North America Wingman Series 8. So don't go anywhere. We'll be bringing you Miramar straight after this.
Sanok is over and done, not just for today, not just for this week, but for all of Wingman Season 8 in the LATAM tournament. I'm Toby, joined by HayZ. I took over Talha, but we're kind of a trio. We've been working with this entire thing through, actually. And then I was supported by X and earlier this week, but it's been a good run so far. We have got 3 more games to go until we'll know who is the lords of duo games in the Americas. That's going to be pretty interesting. We've got 1 more Miramar game to go and then 3 over in Rankle.
Yeah, we saw. I think I was going to say that before we left off to the break, but your Peach had a decent game there as well. Kodak was in the Shack. I think it was like a 3rd place, 2nd place. So I don't think we'll see much happening in terms of the 1st place.
Yeah, they do get the 5 placement points. That's 3rd place, but only 2 kills. And we do know, of course, with this point system, kills do reward. And that's again what we can see. I mean, all the way up to 13th place over the leaderboard. Make that 12, just 2 points. Why but duo? You're on the left side of the leaderboard. Yep. I mean, the entire right side, except for 1 team, didn't get a single point the entire game. So I know there's only a couple of games left, but if you want to, I mean, if you're down low now and you want to get in the money, at least to some extent, start fragging, man. Stop caring so much about the position. Just start going for those kills. And one thing that's interesting to me, looking at 13th place, the winners of last game, they have 7 kills in total so far. I mean, they've obviously not been doing so, but look at the amount of placement points they had. Could they have added more kills to that? They would have been way up the line.
In fact, they're fourth place in terms of placement points. So
Exactly.
I mean, they're definitely getting the placements, but just the kills are not coming in.
Yeah.
And I mean, we even saw that last game. They had 4 kills out that last game. They came in from the south side and they did nothing for pretty much the whole game until the end.
It is pretty interesting to see him. Now, you can go to the opposite. In 20th place, you got Lazarus. 21 kills, but just 4 placement points.
Wow.
Obviously, you don't want to go full YOLO in order to get the kills, but you do want to rack up some, because just getting those 5 points in the placement points, yes, it's good. 5 points is decent, but in the long run, you kind of want to get some more.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the playing path though. This is Miramar, as you can see. If unless unless you might be blind, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's pretty solid playing path, to be fair. Like, I mean, no one can really get to El Pozo, Montenervo, but it's not really a big issue,
If you're desperate, you can.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, solid playing path. Looks like Profi and Relo, they've dropped out pretty early. No one's really dropping out towards Torre or Cabrera, interestingly.
No one's going to the islands either. Gotta say, I'm a little disappointed, because obviously, with HayZ being here and this being the final game of Miramar, we are going to get that island. We've literally been talking about it every single time we've gone over on Miramar. It's gotta, like, at some point, it's a GLL tournament, at some point, there's gotta be a island circle on Miramar.
Yeah.
Oh, Raji, I'm sure he would have hoped for a barrel, DP, anything but a UMP trying to take down a vehicle, but Chalababa does manage to escape, and Raji does take back. Okay, if this happens.
Oh, what happened there? Guben punches out Dietrich. Did they have a fist fight? That's awesome. That's fantastic. I love that.
They landed in the same house.
Yeah.
And now he's shooting his corpse.
Oh, wow, okay. That's
like
just
full
the
gangster
ultimate.
mode.
But yeah, he's punched him out, then he's picked up a gun, and then he shot him. Like,
That's Al Capone to the max.
yeah. Especially with the Tommy gun, isn't it? Yeah, exactly. So yeah, Dietrich goes out. Teammate is left alone. Lampalot just towards the southeast.
Do you know the story of the Tommy gun? Pretty sad story, to be fair. It was actually produced for the First World War, but they didn't want it because it didn't see the functionality for it. So because he had all these guns he couldn't use for anything, he started selling them to private people. And that's when the gangsters found them. And then it became a pretty deadly weapon. And, well, Tommy gun's not to be found right here, but what is to be found is RDS for now by himself. But Lone Approach, as you can see, is approaching the compound.
You tried.
It was a little far-fetched.
An attempt was made.
Maybe I should come off to a bit of kickstart. No, I'm not leaving it.
No.
I can't start the day. I mean, this is a 3 a.m. humor. We can't do that. We can't do that in several hours. I mean, but seemingly Kickstart and Adam are both wanting to disengage. They had some really good games on Miramar in the early games of this week. They had one with, I think, 9 kills in the second place, but they were fragging out hard. They're two of those players that they don't need to sit on top of each other.
No.
Like, they're very, very reliant, I guess you say, on each other's skill set. So they will gladly sit 100, maybe 200 meters apart, knowing if I get knocked, he might not be there immediately, but that's why they position themselves so that rarely ever happens. So very good duo. That's a logo.
That's butts.
Thank you guys for throwing me off there. But very, very, very good teammate, and they for sure can clap some booties with that duo. Yeah,
100%. Yeah.
I think that's what the observers try to.
Yeah, that's the idea that they're trying to get towards. Yeah, looks like they're backing off though. Kickstart and Adam backing off, obviously because the RDS, RDS and Lone Approach coming in. I'm not sure they even. I mean, I guess they knew, right? They must have known that they were coming in.
I mean, there must be a reason they didn't continue looting the compound they were in.
Yeah.
Like under normal circumstances, they would have continued over to the concrete buildings on the other side. But here,
true.
I think they realized, well, they're there. There's no reason to engage on it. I love it. This is probably like as much as I like the sleep. That kind of looks like you, HayZ. Not gonna lie. The guy on the right, that is.
I don't know that one.
Not the egg guys. Can we get a vote in the chat? Does this not look a little like HayZ?
It's not.
I'm just saying.
Don't do that, chat. Stop that.
It's.
I don't know who that is.
I think it's. It's one of the
it's one of the LATAM teams. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that I know. That much I know. Oh, HVC. Speaking of LATAM teams, there aren't anything here, but they are trying to these guys see if they can find some kills on towards. I believe it's Moody trying to drive away. It is, and somehow he actually manages to go away, not only alive but also not taking any damage.
Yeah, no damage onto him so far. I don't know where his teammate is. It would be Pride. I'm not sure where he's gone. Maybe he didn't make it in.
Him too. Silson over the top, currently sitting in a pretty damn decent spot overall, and you can see Moody's driving up towards him. The crates, you know, they can be baits every now and again. Silson shooting over towards Moody. The vehicle's already taken. That's Pride, actually. It's just in front of him. Vehicle's already taken damage, and I'm not sure if they want to take this engagement.
No, definitely not. I think Pride's is... Oh, yeah. In fact, yeah, Pride's just in front of him. Yeah, I didn't quite see that. But yeah, no, it looks like they're just going to carry on over. Moody's going to follow his path, actually, surprisingly. I didn't think that he would. But up towards Power Grid, it's a smart rotation, to be fair, especially with the Yapish guys. They've kind of realized that a lot of the western side will be pretty clear considering the playing path.
Seems like Koban is in trouble. His teammate is nowhere to be seen. Interrogate over the top. That will be team eliminated in the first kill of the game for Taro and Padcaps. Padcaps had an insane Sanok game earlier this week. I think it was the very first game of the finals. Interrogate DCs pretty much as the game starts. So he runs into the opponent's dies without a gun, not a whole lot to it. And then we're like, well, they're dead. There's not a whole lot to it, right? Padcap sneaky peekily makes his way into the end game, gets 7 kills in a second place, and both me and X were just sitting there going, how in there? Like, we had written him off in like sub 20th place. But he somehow like played it absurdly smart, made it to the late game, and not only just snaked it out for placements, but he actually got kills with it too. Very impressive to see.
That's solid stuff from Padcaps. We'll see if we can do the same in this game.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, different map, but it still applies. It still applies. And thankfully, even now Interrogate's actually in the game. Maybe they'll get even more.
Yeah, that's the. You take up too much space, man. I'm better off alone.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know how many people would love to play solos and duos instead of solo squads.
Yeah. That's one thing. That's one thing I wish we actually had in game was.
Yeah, but then duos would just be solos because everyone would be queuing solos. You know.
I mean, we have it in squads, so why not have in duos as well?
Yeah,
you know,
maybe one day.
Add even more queues because that's great.
Even more different options. Yay! Fraliga, Victor. Well, they're looking down towards the fight that's already happening. That's Sharp Shot nading out Adam, and all of a sudden we talked about these guys being a top-notch team, but seems like that was a little caster curse because Adam and Kickstart are indeed out.
Yeah, that was just towards the northern center of the circle, just north of San Martin. Sharp Shot in the compound there. VIII just towards his north.
That's another issue, right? Because this entire northern area, I mean, everything between San Martin and water treatment, pretty much, and all the way over towards where Lopes and Chababab are, it's just compounds.
Yeah.
Like, if any, there's maybe 1 or 2 positions you can play in the open. And given that there's 10 more teams than there would be at the game start of a squad, because in squads it can be difficult to find a place to play from here. In duos, you have 10 more teams looking for spots, and it's all these compounds. I mean, you would have to fit multiple teams into each and every compound in order for the math to work out, or else teams will, die. There's not a whole lot more to it.
Yeah, exactly. There's so many more teams to occupy the space.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's much less space for you, essentially. But I mean, as you can see, obviously they've taken up a lot of these sort of center areas with these compounds because they are afraid that if it does shift over there and they don't have any sort of real estate, then they're pretty screwed and they've got to make a move.
Also interesting to see how only one team, being Repo and Ragnar, are the ones splitting. Nobody splits it because everyone knows we're going to get pulled up on. But then again, I mean, it's that much more doable, I'd say, to be a one-man holding a compound being pushed by 2 than being a one-man being pushed by 4, obviously. Penta pushed, speaking of which, by one of the Lumber players. I think that's DJ. Up close. He does have keeps around the corner, but right now he's kind of by himself.
Goes for the push, gets the headshot. DJ goes down. Penta trying to make a move through the... Oh my... What? He hopped through the vehicle, jumps out, completely destroys keeps. Absolute whiff there.
An impressive play from one normally requires a bad play from another. And as well as it was, as you say, as well as it was played by Penta there, some would say that Keeps should probably had that knock.
Yeah, I'd say probably 100% of the time.
Yeah.
But
So good play by Penta to stay alive, get himself 2 kills, and to finish off by the thought that I had just before with this circle shift as well. If you can position yourself to get the element of surprise on 2 guys pushing towards you, and you get pretty much that instant first knock, it becomes a very doable 1v1. And therefore, I'm surprised we haven't seen more teams splitting, because doing a 1v2 is that much more possible, but we just rarely ever see it, because teams I guess, not rely, but really want to have that teammate nearby.
I think it's also because you see in squads, a lot of the teams do these 2-2 splits, right? But they, I mean, rarely do some teams do like a 1-2 and then 1 split, or like a 3-1 split. Very rarely. Yeah. So I think they're just used to having 2 in a compound.
Yeah, makes sense.
Each, you know, makes sense.
Ragnar goes down. Sod found him. He knows there's one more nearby. That's a Rebo just around the corner. Speaking of the 2 guys that, well, we just jinxed more teams, but they were the ones splitting before. Now they're finally together. Doesn't work out though. Oh, he tried to bait him out the door with the smoke, but Rebo ain't that easy to be fooled.
No, does not get baited by it. Sod holding the angle on the window. Does peek. Oh, and the door as well. Rebo just trying to find like a free angle. I think he's just trying to find a free angle to get out the building.
Keep in mind, Sod is by himself as well. Leonardo went down earlier, so it is a do or die. Well, one of these 2 players will indeed go down and out without placement points, but who's going to rack up kills with it? That's the question.
Yeah, it seems like Frolicker and Victor are taking some pot shots just from the north there. Either blowing up vehicles or popping tires or something. I hear some metallic.
Did he have a nade all along? Oh, he looted the nade from he looted the nade from the dead guy. Makes sense. Ragnar. He was the carrier, because I was like, why? If you had a nade, why wouldn't you thrown it earlier? But yeah. I think we knew to loot it. So winners of last game as well, Wolf and Disciple, I believe it was. They do go down. 24th place, and I don't think they had any kills, so going from a solid win to a 0-point game, that's of course an unfortunate turnaround.
But I mean, name a better duo than one and a 2 good heady brother and no kills, eh?
Yeah.
You know, that's I mean, not saying they can't get them, but they just don't get them. You know?
It's not that they can't, they just don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Maybe they should, you know, just for the sake of.
Maybe they should get some kills.
Consider that next time.
Imagine
you play Wingman. And also, of course, if you want to play Wingman next time, they have just announced another season. So if you're sitting out there watching going, who are these noobs? I can kill them. Well, you have a chance to prove it. Sign up at play.gll.gg, and who knows? Maybe you'll be the one we'll be making fun of in the next season.
Yeah. We'll have to wait and see with that one, yeah. But
you have to walk the walk in order to talk the talk. Always said it. You can make all the fun you want, but if you can't live up to the kind of the talk you do, well, maybe then you shouldn't be talking to begin with.
It doesn't apply to us casts, though.
Oh, no, we're holy. We're completely excused. We can say everything we want. We can diss people for not hitting 600-meter drive-by shots. Yeah. Because obviously we could do it. We're on players, so we're not going to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
But obviously you could if you wanted to. I mean, easily. And fired.
Smile.
That's probably the grin that's needed in order to understand what we just said. But yeah, but yeah, if you want to play, as I said, if you want to sign up, there's multiple different things. They got the Nations Cup coming on. You saw, probably most of you guys saw the trailers just before the games here. There's a lot of interesting PUBG related tournaments coming up on GLL. So hop on over, sign up, and maybe, as I said, you will have a chance to play against some of these rather famous PUBG players.
The circle has shifted. Talking about the game now, the circle has shifted over towards Hacienda. Sort of San Martin Hacienda area. So a lot of the teams that did have that compound real estate is still good. The people that haven't over-rotated are solid now in the circle.
I'm just looking down towards San Martin and I'm being scared. I'm kind of interested and scared at the same time that San Martin could become a thing, because we haven't really had those massive city endings yet. Selson does go down. First place team currently. I believe they still have it after the last game.
Yep.
We'll be down 1. Kodak is by himself for the rest of this game, but seems like, well, at least the garage in the middle of nowhere can be used for cover, and he's inside the circle too, so should be able to chill there for a little while.
Yeah, some hard cover for sure. Kodak, obviously the only one alive, as you said. So I was surprised by I think that that's sort of that burst fire from the SLR. One approach takes out both of them. Snakers and Shinboy go down. Cadets out. But Sonic's White coming over. Got William Pistola time. They want a piece of the pie.
They're pushing forward full speed, and obviously they've been hurt. I like this. Play a throw and eight, close the door, buy yourself some more time. Pistola has the roof opening though. That should be at least one knock, I would assume. Nope, no knocks coming in. And that should be also then for them, in knowing that, well, these guys, they have got their first days up now. Now it's a fair 2v2, because they know where we are. We might know where they are. I think it's going to get interesting from here.
Yeah. Nade's coming out.
Throw the nade, maybe?
Pistola time. Doesn't do anything really. Low approach too far away from that one. RDS sat in his corner as well. Looks like Willie's making his way outside. Maybe he can get a different angle. RDS definitely hears this 100%. Going up the stairs.
Gotta say, I really like the play that they did by both not only closing, like throwing the nade and closing the door. That kept them alive because these two guys were committed to running in and wrecking them. But the nade forces them to stay away. Had they just thrown the nade, the guys could just have sprinted through. But had they just closed the door, could run over and open the door, no fear. But because they do both, there was no way, like there was like a checkmate play in that regard. They couldn't do anything to approach them. So very, very, very smart play to buy yourself time there in a situation where most people probably just go stressed and hectic. They seemed they knew exactly what they were doing.
Yeah, exactly. The circle does shift. As we saw, it goes northwest towards Profi and Reload. They're sitting pretty on that hillside. Frolicker and Victor. I keep calling him Vector. I'm not sure why.
I have no idea why he would call something in PUBG Vector. Yeah, it's very strange.
It's just no clue. Kodak, though, gets pulled up on. Oh, through the window. Guben hits the headshot. Doesn't even need the help of his teammate Junkosh. He goes down, so that's the winners. The winning team at the moment. Out pretty early.
Yeah, I don't see them having... I think they had one kill that game, so not a whole lot of points racked up for them. And of course, we are in a situation where there's just 3 games left to play. Oh, that should be lethal explosion. That should be going up. Anytime soon? No?
Oh, wow.
Got 0. Hello? You want to kill something? They're right out your door.
I'm surprised that didn't blow up. That's pretty impressive.
But that, I mean, what I was going to say is that's going to be a sense of, now we have a chance for teams that are close by, because there's only 3 games left. It's just 3 more games, and the winners will be found.
Yeah. He got 0 on his own. His teammate didn't connect again. I think that's it's a running theme here. Meanwhile, actually, Willie does take down the Furico Gaming guys, so they do win out that fight. Nonetheless, they did get the push going.
So one trigger discipline doesn't want to shoot off early. We know they have damaged vest and helmets, both Penta and his teammate Cherry Pubbins. But whether it's going to be enough for GOT0 without an extended mag 2 to get this one popped off. Ooh, and not coming in from the side. Of course, GOT0 doesn't know that it's him. Peek. Come on, Peek.
Oh, no.
Peek. Come on, Peek.
He has no idea.
The thing is now Furia pushing up in the building too. He might actually be better off in a way that many more people come in here, because that could be... I mean, he obviously doesn't want to take the fight. So if Furia gets the flush on Penta and Cherry, or the other way around, they might be leaving and leave him alone. And they're inside the circle too. I mean, he could essentially be the only player to sit up here. But I don't think this is what he wants to do, because right now it's a stalemate on the compound he was hiding in.
Yeah, essentially he's just gonna wait. I think the play all that nade does a lot of damage onto one of the players there.
Yeah. I think that's...
I mean, both of them, really.
Flux down. That should be Penta.
See you later. Oh, maybe not. He's actually
run out. He makes it out.
The cook wasn't enough. So, yeah. The other player does get healed up. It's hard to see their names because they both got Fury.
I think it's Flux who's low HP, now he's more. And then
possibly.
And Rachi is the one not with the banana suit.
Okay. That's a good thing to go by.
Pride and Moody go down. Moody did manage to get a return knock with an 8, but I'm rather convinced the rest should be able to come on. And Player One Esports eliminated, you could say that, in a multitude of ways. If you have been paying attention on Twitter these days.
Yeah.
Seems like Pistola and Wooly once again in an engagement. HVC this time around. They've been shooting at people all game long, but I don't think they have any kills yet. So let's see if they can get their first here.
Yeah, half HP on Pistola. 39, should I say. He has no idea where he is, really. The bush hiding. Oh, wow. And then just jumps up and gets the headshot in. Yeah, they go out in a flurry of bullets in 14th place. And good stuff from the stream farm stream. They're streaming while they're farming all the opponents. That makes sense. Baby Beans finds himself a knock on towards Robin. Honestly, pretty good play by him. He was fully engaged with the guys from Red Cannons inside the compound. Then he just spins around and takes the fight. They just 180. Oh, there's a fight going on here too. Let me shoot at everything. So a smart play. Seems like Furia have decided to disengage the compound, and we still have, I think, one of the no-walk players inside. Oh, I mean, you say that, but
Yeah, got zeros there.
Yeah, looks like Flux gets knocked by Penta. He's still in his little.
Just chilling. You should have put a first aid by the door. You know, just
Yeah, right.
for baits.
Pure bait. But yeah.
I mean, there's no way in hell when these guys go back and watch the replay, they'll go, "What the?" When they realize there was a guy in their building all along.
Yeah, they'll have no idea. I mean, he's got to come out soon enough. So this could turn into an absolute bloodbath here when GodZero comes out. That's big nade. Does lots of damage. Does get the knock onto Flux again.
I like the idea, Raji, but that doesn't work. The good thing about GodZero is he can actually use their... If he's fast enough now, he can use their utility for like their smokes for cover. Baby Beans by himself does get the flashing on towards Andy. With still one more player to be dealt with. Now he's pushing up. The nade comes in. They've got to be all kinds of confused, but he's getting shot from the side. Cherry down to low HP, but Yunkush is shooting at him from afar. Oh my lord, that's unfortunate.
That's just unlucky. Just so many players looking towards his way. And there we go. Yep, Yunkush finishes off. Yeah, he does get the 1 kill for it, so not too bad. Yep, but they do go down. Anything's possible. Out in 9th. Yunkush with one of those kills. Ganjahan coming up as well towards the north. Valiant sharp shot. They seem to have an idea. See if that yeah, looks like he's actually shooting already.
Yeah.
Valiant with the shots. But Sode getting pushed up on farm stream.
He has to know.
Getting aggressive.
He must hear them. I mean, yep, turning around, he must hear that there are people coming. Wait, what? He doesn't?
He definitely hit.
He must hear it. They're getting shot at from further over?
Oh, wow.
Who is shooting at them? Oh, that's Prophet from the edge.
Yeah. Oh, does
he actually get taken? Oh, don't shoot at the knock guy. Shoot the other guy who's still alive.
Flush him. Yeah, there we go.
Secure the kill. Take the number 2 as well. There you go. 4 kills for Sode. He's been by himself. All the kills he has so far is solo, what do you say, acquired. So, because Leonardo went down before we found his first. And now the circle, well, Foliga and Victor, I'm not going to say they're trying to give you the win here, but you have a good chance of taking it home if you play this one right.
Yeah, it's a pretty solid circle, to say the least. No worries there. Valley shots onto Yunkush. Does get behind the rock. 30 HP.
Is that the bait that Valiant wanted to, like, oh...
Yeah, I don't think they can get that because it's just down below. So, yeah, no, there's no way.
That's too dangerous. Had they knocked Yunkush, maybe they could run for it, but it's probably a gross anyway. Oh, and that's actually a pretty damn decent
yeah,
break.
that's
to pick up late game, and they were playing 7-6 DMRs anyway, so they would have the extra ammo.
Looks like Valet's making a push though. I don't know. We'll see what that later on. Psycho gets a free crate as well. We'll see if he picks up. I mean, surely from that distance you'd hear the plunk of the crate dropping down.
Yeah. Isn't that kind of the sound it makes? Like empty, you know, like the big like 5-liter water things you always pop in your kid, like flunk when they're empty, when you throw them around. Yeah, that's the sound it makes.
Exactly that.
In any case, seems like Yunkush. I mean, I think Valiant was hoping that with the circle shifting in, that Yunkush would have made a run for the circle, because he has to get down this hill. And I think Valiant really wants that grade. But now, with the circle pushing in and all, I think we've reached a point, Valiant, where you just give up.
Oh, the headshot.
Or just overcommit.
Or just die, yeah. That works too. Yeah, the headshot comes up from Yunkush. Yeah. That's a solid shot. I'm not sure if he aimed for it, but he did get it nonetheless. 6 kills on B10.
Death isn't imminent yet, though, because as you can see, the res is coming in, and Yunkush, he's, well, no utility available, has to make the push and foot forward.
Nades come out. It's like a sort of a pre-push nade. Oh, he actually saw him, did he? I'm sure he did. Oh. Just over the rock, yeah. Oh, shot comes out. Sharp shot's down to a bit of HP.
Oh, he had a flashbang. That's Latin players. Latin players for the flashbangs.
Did I catch them? I think it did.
You can see Valiant his hands in his face, so he must have seen him. Yunkush does get Valiant down again. Sharp does have a nade. Oh, that's a flash. Oh, that's a nade. That's close. Gets them both. Runs it off. Easy pacey. 8 kills for Yunkush and Guben.
Wow. 1v2 there.
And while that happened, Guben went in and took the position. Yeah. So no help needed. Guben, just go take a spot in the circle. I got this.
Yeah,
don't worry about me.
I'm just going to kill these, these
NPL.
Yeah, these NPL professional players. It doesn't matter.
It's all good. I can do that. In all fairness, I mean, Yunkush is playing in GLL Latin Master, so you can argue that he's professional too.
Yeah, but then again, I mean, one of those guys on the team is won MPL about 3 or 4 times, so yeah.
You'd argue that.
Yeah.
the solitaire. Now, I want to see how Froliga and Victor plays this one, because I think it would be a misplay for them to stay inside the compound. And they have to realize now, like right now, that if they want to make a leap for it, or they should, like, either they play the very edge of the compound, or they already push out towards something along the lines of the hay bales. It's just, the compound is out. They can clear the south, but they don't want to get caught. Like, if they get contained by what's outside and they have to leave the compound with the final circle, that could be them in a pretty tricky situation. But then again, it's a 2v2. Should they both stay alive? So
yeah, I think staying in the compound might work out if they can keep their vehicles alive. That they can use them in the late game to create some more cover for themselves in such an open circle. So I think if they keep that.
Play this building,
watch out for Sode. Sode's pushing down the hill. I don't think Froliga sees it. It looks
Guben
like
sees him though.
So
you gotta start shooting, mate. You gotta start shooting.
Yeah. Shots come in, gets a knock. Froliga goes down.
Victor's there in the building. He spots him too. Jumps around.
Off the bars. Oh no.
That is so fortunate. Not only on his windows, but there was also the fence to shoot through.
Yeah.
Victor has to make a run for it if he wants to get the res up towards Froliga too.
100%. Yeah. If they want to win this game, they have to get the res.
It's first knock.
Yeah.
Only a second knock. It's second knock because he's taking a little faster. So just buy yourself time and make sure you can't go for the rest.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be 200 IQ if he knows that he's second knock. That'd be insane. Imagine, but yeah. Oh, Dick gets the 1v2.
6 kills, 3 individual 1v2s. So it has 1 now, and they haven't been easy ones either. No. He's taking out Reaper and Ragnar, 2 of the very best players in all of LATAM. Now he's taking out Froliga and his teammate Victor. And what was the other one that he dealt with? I mean, in all fairness, that one was a little easier. Yeah, on the southwestern side, that was a little easier because one was not really knocked, another one was a little low on HP. Yeah. But still, that is still 3 individual 1v2s. He has 1, and Junkush plays this one to perfection. Take the center, 2v1v1. They have a godly position, but I don't think they know of Psycho's position.
I don't think they do. Yeah, you're right. So Guben looks like he's just trying to hold the backside, being like the kind of the anchor spot. The next circle does not go center just yet. This is only phase 7, so it's going to shift somewhere. And
but
then
they just take as much of it as they can. You see now the move is minimal for him. The only thing is that that rock they have for cover is not there. So either they push the vehicle to the dip. I honestly think they should stay though. I mean, they know there's no one north of them, so.
Yeah. I mean, there's no reason to even move. They're in the circle already. Sode's got to push out of the buildings. He does have a few cars for cover. Psycho probably just going to prone in and wait for it. So
the thing is, Junkush and Guben saw Sode push to the building, so they might think there are 2 there, like that it's a duo in that building, because you can see the way they're positioning themselves. They're super exposed to Psycho. It's just fortunate for them that he doesn't peek over, because I think he would start shooting if he saw both of them, because he can't get to that circle without killing them both. He will have to start shooting at some point.
It doesn't like you. Junkush is trying to look for someone else.
Yep,
Psycho gets the first knock onto Guben. Junkush in. Oh, that's shot. He's in a whole lot of hurt now.
Has first aids himself. I'm not sure. No, Junkush doesn't have nades. He didn't get to salute the guys when he knocked him. Sode wants the point. Psycho does find it though. He bled out. Just a little bleed out there. No more bullets left for him. This is the perfect play to play, honestly, for Psycho. Oh my lord, that's a good quick peek there. Has to keep moving. Sode is in a good position now. 1 more HP, and that's gonna do it. Sode could, well, I mean, all fairness, he fought for it all the way till the end, but that last one was a little more given than earned, I think you can say.
Yeah,
good performance though. But as I said, I mean, there's no way Junkush they expected maybe not to be a duo, but they were not 1 second like in doubt about the fact that those last 2 players would both come from the compound.
I think they thought that they might have been on the western side, like further towards the west, outside the compound, over the road, so proning somewhere. Exactly. So, yeah, it's hard to know where Psycho is. Psycho has essentially completely ruined their game. So, you gotta watch out for those little snakes in the grass. They'll bite you.
That is unfortunately a very big name of the game, especially in duos where, well, something like 10 bullets can be the kill of 2 players, and that's your entire team out. It's not good, and we normally kind of sort of keep that talk to Sanok for the most part, and then to a certain extent on their ankle. But Miramar tends to not really be that snake friendly, just because you're so often forced into the open.
Yeah, no, you're right. I think I mean, there's not that much grass really. Sometimes you've got some wheat fields and stuff like that, but there's not that much grass really. So to sort of snake it in like that it's quite rare on Miramar for sure.
It is, for sure. And well, Elvan is well played by him. We always talk about how, oh, it's so bored to not do anything. But the art of not doing anything and being able to continue to not do anything, it's actually surprisingly difficult.
Yeah.
I mean, especially in duos where you have teams scattered so much more around. There's such a big chance you get spotted by someone somewhere, but somehow Psycho managed to sneak his way through it.
Yeah, I mean, it's same with our winners here. So
Yeah.
as you can see, he does try and get the flush here. The bullets in the hill next to him as well. Just not really working out there.
So
But yeah,
HVC was already, I think, about 30% HP. So it wasn't easy. This headshot mid-air, boink, on towards Valiant. That would be the death of them. And a lot of really, really good individual performances. I mean, Soap we saw 3 times. Jungkush here as well, up against 2 very talented NPL players. Gets them down. They end up getting, I believe, 8 kills in total. Soap gets 6. And I think Psycho had somewhere along the lines of 5 or 6 kills as well. So very, very good game for all the top teams. Normally, they're a little more scattered in kills, but this one I think is very top heavy.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you usually see on Sanok there's quite a sort of a fair spread. Yeah, like a spread of sort of kills. Whereas on Miramar and Erangel, you don't usually see that. But we'll see how that works out in terms of the leaderboards, though.
Because we talked earlier in this one too about how Japish went out really early, right? So that's going to be. I mean, we talked about how that could be the motivator for some of these teams to go out and say, "Oh my God, we got to get points now because we have a chance to catch up on them." Well, a lot of teams did, and I'm very, very excited to see how that's going to look coming into the final 2 Rankle games.
Indeed, yeah. I mean, as you said, with the piece going out pretty early, it kind of, people will see that and be like, oh, this is our chance. We need to get into these top spots, and we've only got a few games left. Why not go straight for it? Just go ahead and grab what's what you think you deserve.
Now we played the last game on SA servers, and I'm wondering, given that it was Sode and it was Jungkush and his teammate that pulled up big numbers. It was Psycho as well. It was the SA players that pulled off the numbers. Is that the ping advantage? So now we'll see all the MPL players go frag out? Because there's 2 games left. 2 games of a Wrangle left remaining, for those you guys don't know. 1 game to be played on SA server, 1 game to be played on NA servers. Is that going to be the difference maker in terms of who will make it to late?
The winning factor there. I mean, possibly. I'm not sure what kind of ping they would get.
I think, when you play your own, depending on where you are, of course, it probably sits between 20 to 80, because I know NA is a really big area, geography. But I think when you play the other one, it probably sits around 100. I mean, I think it's that bad. 100 ping, that's dangerous.
Yeah,
but
that's a bit of latency there. Yeah, I mean that could obviously. I mean, these players are so good and their peaks are so quick that it can literally matter so much with the ping.
We'll have to wait and see. 2 more games in a Wrangle to be played before we will know who we can crown as the winners of this Wingman series. Guys, we're going to take a short break. Stick around. We'll be right back. Sanok out, Miramar out. We're back to where it all started. 2 more games of a Wrangle until we will know who we can crown winners of this Wingman series. Talha has joined me instead of HayZ, and Talha, you had the pleasure of casting the first game on Sanok. And I'm thinking, who are you thinking? Who are you thinking is going to go full-on clutch here in the last 2 games?
Well, I mean, it's hard to kind of say, because in the first game, I really wasn't expecting Wolf to win that last gunfight, but he just came out on top there. And then right at the end on the Miramar game, we had a duo who got pincered behind by Psychopata, and then Soad just comes in from the corner and picks up the pieces. So it's really, when you say that, okay, this is a team that looks very strong here, in a matter of a second, it can just turn.
It does, and it tends to do that, right?
Yeah.
We can all talk about, oh my God, these guys were so good last week. Well, dead.
Yeah, and it's exciting when that happens.
It is pretty fun. It does make, for whoever is sitting and doing gambling sites and whatnot, it's going to be pretty hard to do the, what do you call, bookmaking?
Yeah.
Because there's literally no way of saying, Just give them all the same numbers. It's easy enough. But Ray does manage to win this one. 7-kill victory. Good performance by Soa to bring it all home. And that, I guess, makes it an even split so far on the day. 1 NA win, 1 SA win, and they have won respectively on their own servers. So now that we're playing on the NA server now, should this be NA win again?
Yeah, that's insane. The top... Is that the third team as well? South American?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's just insane. So it might be, as you said, yeah, it comes down to what server we're playing on.
We'll see after this game if that has anything to it.
Let's have a look at the accumulative scores afterwards. Yapish unable to increase their lead.
Yeah.
But they are still sitting very comfortably on those 77 points.
We say that, but then again, I mean, anything, they've done some pretty decent things today. Cadets have been pretty scary, and then Envy as well. So we know not necessarily just they haven't put off good numbers, but then again, it's just 2 games left. Just 2 games, and they kind of go to show how well Japic have been playing, given the fact that they're still tied in first for kills, and they just had a 0-point game in there.
Yeah, third all the way down to 9th. There's 9 points in it.
It is
for them.
Pretty damn close. And whether you win it or not, there's still a lot of money difference between those like below spots, right? We could list off the older point, like all the.
Well, it's a difference between a whole 1,000 to 2,000. I mean, if you're coming 9th, you're getting $400 between 2 people. If you come 3rd, you get about 2,000. So, you know, those 10 points.
Like a full spec upgrade on either RAM or something else that you could, that's the difference.
Or HayZ's moped.
Or that. I didn't know he had a moped.
No, he wants a moped.
Why would anyone want a moped?
Because mopeds are cool, man.
Yeah, if you're 13.
No, 1969 pink Vespa. That is my dream moped. Give me one of those. And talking about dreams that are trying to stay alive, Sharpshot is flying towards Primorsk with Ganjahan and Bozal.
Yeah, he's a little left on his own. I'm looking around trying to see where his teammate is, but then again, we are 50. We are only 50 people on the server. I guess a lot of people called it quits when they saw the leaderboard. So we're like, well, we ain't winning this one. We're going to back off. And I think, even though I know it's people's own time and whatnot, I'm not going to go too much into it. I just think it's kind of bad sport.
It is because, you know, the points that you can get on the map are no longer, I think it's 62 points are available from just kills. And now that those people aren't in, there are less points that you can gather. And, you know, you never know. That might make the difference for the other team. So even if you are just going to play the game and hot drop and die at the end, at least keep those points within the game.
Yeah.
Keeps the competitive integrity as Furia Flux finds Luke and flushes him out as well.
I think it's unfortunate when it happens, but let's leave that as it is. We aren't, after all, the dictators of other people's choices in life. Furia, as you said, and Lazarus, they're fighting up and around Yasnaya. And this circle, northwestern one, we haven't seen too many of those before. If any in the if any in the Wingman tournament here.
Zaki, give me Zaki.
Okay. Yeah, we could maybe see a little bit of a Zaki ending. Would be the first for me. And Furia now, well, still 2 alive. They'll continue to be that because Uncivil's just got absolutely lasered.
Yeah, the PP Bison not going to be happy about that one. I think he had an AK-47 in his hand too. So, well, you know, your teammate's out. You might as well try and go and see what you can do.
Yeah.
But it doesn't turn into his favor. And Yasnaya is going to go to the Furia guys. And they're going to be pretty looted up coming into the circle.
That's SA winning a fight on a NA server. We're starting to break the picture here. But Froliga and Victor, I think they've played this type strategy quite a few times already, where they kind of just go for the center early and get looted up there, and then make plays based on that. And well, I mean, last game it worked out for them to such an extent that they managed to get into top 4, I believe it was. But then Soet appeared, and he took out both of them.
Yeah. We have Shinboy and Snakers looting crates, or Legoland. As do you remember it used to be called Legoland?
Nope.
Did you never call it
that?
No, well, that might have just been a British thing. We called it Legoland for quite a bit. Bazam trying to get
Bozal.
Oh, he's still on it. He's still going. He jumps out. He dodges the bullets. He's actually got the kill with the Kar 98. Sharp shot, living up to his name.
There was a lot of whiffing from both parts in that engagement. There was a lot of missed bullets.
You see someone rocking up with a buggy, just switching. Oh, that's some nice headshots there coming up by Profi.
Yeah, Profi just telling them how to do, guys. Come on. I just had 7 bullets, and I connected 2 to the head. You had like full 40 spray downs, and you missed practically everything.
It doesn't look like he has a vest either, so he has to be very careful.
Yeah, it is a bit of a scary engagement on his part. Did he just take a gas can? For the ultimate explosions. Now that you can throw, I mean, the new patch, I really hope you can do this. Imagine this. Now that you can throw melee weapons, right? That's apparently, like, that's the big thing on the test service right now. What if you could throw a gas can towards an opponent and blow it up mid-air so it functioned as like a nade,
like
pretty
a big
much.
nade.
That would be that would be absolutely huge. If you could throw gas cans at people and blow them up mid-air, that'd be amazing. Sharp shot. Well, this has turned out to be I was gonna say a bolt action battle, but actually I think Ganjohan has a Savan.
Gotta reload first.
Well, we'll see if I love that he's aggro peeking while reloading. That's a little scary.
Goes for it. It's the tree battle. Look at the trees lining up. Oh dear Lord, Ganjahan tags him up. 2 HP, sharp shot. He's got plenty of meds to use this to draw out this fight.
No vest though anymore. That's not good.
Ganjahan's healing himself. You see it. SLR over Kar98. Both 7.62, but one can fire more bullets in a row than the other one. Bolt action snipers, but very powerful, the Kar98, especially when you hit the level 2 helmet. A wide peak, nice. There we go, sharp shot. Coming in.
Don't want to drive that buggy, Fred. No. Oh my lord.
Well,
it's actually surprising. Yeah, I forgot about that. They've changed the I guess the fire effect on it. So it used to be that the fire doesn't appear on the bike before it's literally or vehicle before it's like 1 or 2 bullets and it's literally blown up. But now it starts lighting on fire a little earlier, so you still do have a little bit of wiggling room in terms of hitting some trees and rocks and whatnot without it blowing up.
Okay, everyone rotating in on the top ribbo.
Yeah.
Lobes and Chubba Bubba. Chubba Bubba. Oh, hello. Andy, finding the head of Rello. Just peeking up over the ridgeline.
So one more attempt at it. Didn't get to find the bullet before, but that's good info still that provides to his teammate know where one of this. But and also they know there's only 2, right? So when they have the lockdown position on 1, because they will see him. If he leaves there, they will see him because he has to like come up from the gutter at some point. And if they can lock down where Profi is too, that's going to make things so much easier for them in terms of fighting.
Kickstart and Adam have gone quite deep into the center of the circle. They do have a crate nearby, but I might not be able to see it. Well, they're looking to go for some placements before kicking out the kills.
Yeah, I'm a little curious here because it is maybe not complete 50-50 split in terms of the river, but it could still easily go down south. But we have seen a lot of teams, as you said before, committing to that northern rotation.
Profi spotted out the
and
OTR
he's
boys.
gonna be seen. Yeah. I don't think they know where Psycho is, but they know for a fact that Andy is there because he just saw the nade right out the window.
Profi holding the angle. Might think about pushing up. Nope, just checking another angle. Has to be careful. No idea where Andy has actually gone, but Andy's just going to back off after drawing some attention.
Can I just say one thing? And this is a big compliment to Profi because I had the pleasure of working with him at when him and his team were playing in the VIII Global Summit. And there were times, and he said it himself too, where he would have gone too aggressive in some situations, maybe pushed forward where maybe didn't have to and whatnot. And that's always, like, this specific scenario is a situation where him staying back is something I'm very positive to see because there is a play where they don't, like, there's so many ways that could go wrong if they over-aggress. And he played it like him not engaging there when they didn't have the info they needed. Very, very smart play from Profi. We know he's an insane fragger. He can do all these things up close and even from distance too. But him not aggressing there, I think that was a very, very good thing. So kudos. Good job, Profi.
Very good trigger discipline. Movement discipline, actually.
Yeah, I mean, just not running into situations that you can't get out of. And in duos, it's so much more essential because, well, as we talk about, lose to one player, and all of a sudden it's a solo, right? And it's the value of your teammate is so, I guess to a certain extent, so much higher than what it is when you play squads. Because you can still, not easily, but you can still take a 3v4 and come out on top.
I mean, you can't put it past these guys. These guys always find themselves into a 1v2 situation. They can do it. And Taylor, he's pushing into Cube. Very, very fast and aggressive.
See him in the window? I think he might have, given how he sprinted into that building.
It's a 2v1. I highly doubt he saw Baby Beans, but he definitely might have been in a position where... Oh, no, Shrews coming in. Now they know. They hear the vehicle Shrew, and Baby Beans got a nice angle, goes for a spray, tags him once, as the Darcy is just going to be skidding to a halt right now. And Baby Beans still trying to find an angle, but he walks straight into a nade, and this might just wreck the game there for the elevated ones. And there we go, Taylor J.
Wait, I'm going to go out on a limb here and call this the most 9th 2,000 IQ play I've seen ever, based on one reason. They were playing music in the car. I mean,
Were they actually? Was that the sound?
Yeah. I am very, very, very doubtful this was intentional. But if it was, I'm going to give them so many props for doing so. Let's just see here first, though. If Froliga can connect the bullets needed. Nope, not going to happen. Lumber does get out. He does have an M249, so it's a dangerous fight to take. Does get into the building. But just to finish up the thought from before, if the idea was, I'm in the compound, I'm going to throw a nade in that building, turn on the music so they can't hear the nade being cooked.
That's insane.
If that's what it was, that's lit. Like, because you saw him never react to the nade, even when it came through. He never reacted to it being thrown.
I mean, I couldn't even hear. I could hear
that's
the music.
That's what I'm saying. You couldn't hear because the window was already broken, right? So couldn't hear it say clunk like on the ground because all the music was playing so loud. If that was the call to say, can you do it's like either suppressive fire or just freaking turn on the music in the car as he was coming in, because I don't think the music was actually on before it hit the wall.
I didn't realize you could turn the music on. I know you can turn the engine off.
No, you can turn music on inside the vehicles now as well. If he did that to block the audio from the nade, that is
9,000 IQ.
Absurdly smart done. I still doubt that was the case, but if that was the timing and if that was done on purpose, we have to give like smartest play of the Wingman season award to Talha and his teammate.
Yeah, to Shrew as well. Pride being
Is
knocked.
he just sitting in that car without getting knocked?
I'm not too sure what Moody's thinking, because he can just get shot right now.
He's got to be DC, right?
He might be lagging here by the looks of it. You just don't do that.
I mean, someone shot at him before. Silson was shooting at him. Oh, welcome back. Wait, what?
Moody, hello?
Silson was shooting at him and he just sat in the car. They were popping the tires and they didn't see him sit in the car. That's like a full-on bear move. Stand still and he can't see you, you know?
Or it might just be sportsmanship. Oh, he's not moving or doing anything. He might have lagged out. Let me just give him the chance and opportunity.
That would be, if that's the case, by Silson and Kodak, who's currently sitting in first place, if they're that generous and that nice to people, that would be a very, very, what do you call it? Gentleman sport type move. Yeah.
Ribber knocks down one of the Furia players, but it gets taken by Wildcard. Interesting. Nice movement mechanics there coming in, but there's a nade. Furia, Flux, he's going to chuck it in the top floor. Might scare off Ribber, but it doesn't do any sort of damage. Opens the door, runs in. Ribber runs upstairs straight away. Ragnar is knocked, and time is ticking. So Flux has to be able to play this properly, otherwise it's going to be a 1 versus 2. More nades coming in, and that wasn't by Ribbo.
Yeah, he realizes that the push is imminent. Fury don't really have anywhere else to go but this compound, and the circle did shift north as well. We might actually get a Saki circle here. Look at this shift.
Come on.
If this one shifts to Saki, that would be the first time I've ever casted a game ending in Saki, and that would be the bucket list for me. Then I would just have then I would just have the island ending remaining. That would be very, very interesting. Psycho and Andy, they unfortunately go down. Capitan is going to be the one to find both of them. I love how I want to say it with like a French accent, but they're both Latin American. So.
Capitan.
Yeah, I don't know. Keeps, finds Froliga. That was the fight we saw escalate earlier. Now, oh my lord, he's in the smoke. I think Victor's away, but they're on top of each other and he finds them both. Wow, Keeps. That's fortunate.
That is the power of the M249.
Yeah. Reload?
Nah, it's okay. Let me just readjust my spray. That's good. Nope, no Saki circle, but still a lot of water in there in the Georgia Pole area. It might shift back down.
This one has to go away from water, right? So it could shift up towards Adam and Kickstart. We'll see, though. We'll have to wait and see. Furia seems like the fight has escalated once more inside the compound. They are 2 up now, though. Ragnar and Reaper trying to find that last remaining player nearby. Flux, what can you do?
Well, they switch positions. Lux is now on the 2nd floor. He does hear them below him. Just needs to hold the stairs. But what's the best angle to hold the stairs on? He's going to throw smoke, actually, onto the stairs. I mean, it was a smash bang. Flashbang.
That's the next one, where the hand comes down and punches him in the face.
Smash bang. Interrogate finds Gubin elsewhere on the map, falling very low, but nonetheless, he is going to survive for another day, but him and his teammates, Pat Caps, are out on the blue still. Need to make their way in as Capitan crosses the bridge, being shot at by Lowboy. Yeah. And his teammate, Stabix, is going to come up behind shortly, and he's going to feel the same force off the farm stream.
So I guess they're playing with a sub now, right? Because Stabix went down. They used to play with Runner. And in the Cream team, Capitan and Runner used to play together, so I guess the substitute players come in to replace one player. Not, oh my lord, that could have been. Had that gone over, that would have been a...
Oh, he does get tagged up, though.
They know exactly where he is. That should be death.
Oh,
yep, good night.
Perfect. He's so low.
HGC, low boy, out they go. Capital secures more kills, and I believe that's 4 for them already. So pretty good start to the game. There's 29 people alive, by the way. Of course, we do start with fewer. We did start with fewer.
Of course. Chubba Bubba. Trying to get some SLR shots there. Unable to make anything connect, Pentalol and Cherry Poppin will be able to make their way into the circle, into a position that they seem very favourable for, but not long before Pat Caps come and approach their backside, and then they're going to be taking on a fight with them.
I really want this circle to hard shift to the west. I doubt it's going to happen. Just you never see these circle ends over like where Leonardo is, and that whole hill's up there. It's a pretty interesting area to play from, and also we only have Adam and Kickstart, and I guess you can say Keeps as well in that entire field area.
Yeah.
And you can't really fit any more than them in there. So
no, you can't. That's the problem.
That would make the circle extremely interesting. Oh, good night.
Oh, dear. Lying down. That's MK14 in your hand. Pat Caps gets spotted out too. 1 shot to the head, and that's all it takes. Pat Caps, his level 2 helmet, Interrogate getting flushed out. Pentalol still pushing out. Spots where he is. Takes a little guess on him lying down. Finds him, and there we go. Envy are out.
Yeah, that's the 3rd place team of the tournament so far gone out. So maybe some of the teams that are sitting below looking at the kill feed, they're going, oh, well, this is our chance to rack up points. And now this one goes to... this one goes to, I guess, a somewhat more expected area into that field. And this should make things interesting. Now, we do still have a little chunk of North Georgia in play. So for the teams that don't want to super commit into the open, they can still play the apartments on the southern side. Because the thing is, we still have the hill in too. I mean, where Shuro is, where Cherry and Pencil are, as long as those positions are in on the east side, you can't play anything in the field. Because they're so high up and they're so far away, grass doesn't render, and they have the what do you say, elevated position. So if you're prone in the fields, you're dead, essentially.
Oh, no.
Ooh,
Keeps fine. Snakers knocks him, but Snake has managed to throw a nade just before going down, and that's the M249 out. As I just want to say, I've played this circle so many times when I've been playing competitive games, and I just don't like it at all because, like you said, there isn't anywhere to go in the field. There are some dips and stuff, but once you get in them, you can see Moody and Pride, they're going to go. They're literally, all they can do for the rest of the game is prone behind their vehicles and the ditch.
Depends on the next circle. I mean, if the next circle hard shifts to the west, there's something you can do, but as I said, as long as the hills are in, you just have to wait for them to be out, essentially. I mean, you can't go aggressive, you can't peek in the open, you can't do anything because those guys up above you have so many eyes.
I mean, I do like where Soad is. That little triangular area where the forest is as well, but it's really exposed to Ragnar and Ribbo if they do peek over there, so they have to be careful. And of course, these roads, they might look small, but they're pretty wide to run across.
Yeah, and you have big open gutters on both sides too, so that only makes them harder to get over, or up and over, I guess you should say. It's not just an easy 1-2 jump across. It's a little more both time consuming and most likely also utility consuming trying to cross that. But circle does go up in that area. We'll have to wait and see another little minute's time which side of the road is going to commit to. Or if it even does commit to one, it could be interesting to see it go down the middle. You can see Moody and Pride there, maybe expecting that to happen. At least they have some sort of control on both sides.
Yeah, they do. They're splitting up, so just in case the circle goes on either side, they can get whichever position that they want out of those two. But for one of those, when they need to make a rotate to the other player, you can see everyone on the edges there. They will just start opening fire at that vehicle, so it's going to be pretty hard. You're going to have to, learn some Matrix and dodge bullets.
Yeah, we'll have to keep our eyes open to yes, the logos.
Is that a Chihuahua with some sunglasses on? Amazing.
I've stopped questioning logos a long time ago.
Ribbo finds Soad and flushes him out as well. Like I said, that area super exposed to where Ribbo and Ragnar are. Flux, though, he's managed to stay alive. Ragnar and Ribbo decided not to flush him out and kill him. So they're just going to share that compound for the time being. Also, Lobes and Chubba Bubba just out on the hilltop to the eastern side of the compound. They're going to make it very hard for any sort of rotations going across that road.
This next circle is actually going to be pretty pivotal in terms of what teams we can already now say, well, you ain't going to make it, you ain't going to make it, you're probably going to make it. If it shifts out east, it's going to be practically impossible for teams to rotate into. If it goes down south, everyone will be crashing the apartments. If it goes north, that compound is going to be a hellhole. And if it stays center, pretty much everyone's going to die if they try to get to the open. And it does go east. So Rubino and his teammate are going to stay. Cherry and Penta might be better off crashing down towards the Wizard Tower. And with all these guys out on the coast, well, they have a long way to go now.
Of Pride just man-moding it. I mean, Moody's pretty much dead, but he manages to go over and save him. He's going to get the res. He does leave the favorable spot in the circle to go and get his wingman up.
Yeah.
That's the name of the game, so you might as well play with him.
Question is whether that spot is actually favorable, given that Cherry and Penta are still inside the circle on the hill.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They do have vision down there. You can see Talha and Shuro. They know exactly what they want to play. They want to be up on the top here as well. But only 10 seconds to go until the circle starts shifting in. So if they want to make it all the way over to Cherry and Penta, they need to get those sprinting boots on because they won't have time. They won't get there in time before the circle is shrunk all the way in.
We've got River and Ragnar. They're going to take the ditch on the other side. Pride gets Moody up. They jump back in their vehicle and they're driving back across. This is insane as Capitan is in a fight with U18. He goes for the spray onto Snakers. He in fact falls to 28 HP, but Snakers does fall, and that's Stabix helping as well with Shinboy.
Yeah, so getting the substitute in there. Capitan is living up to the name, 5 kills so far, securing them some placement points. Can they stay alive for just one more position? Or placement, I guess you can say.
Kickstart and Adam, they're pushing into the zone now. They go to the pylon, and being thought about out by Capitan. And if he manages to get Kickstart down, that is level 3 gear. No, it's level 2 helmet. I'm pretty sure he had an AWM. I was right, one of them does. I think it's Adam.
Adam is the M24.
Oh, is it M24? Okay. I am blind.
That's fair enough. I mean, can't go against that.
Can't go against I'm blind. Yes.
Yeah, well, I mean, no. That's if that's the case, I feel sorry for you.
Flux pushes out. He's not actually pushing out. He's just waiting here. Gonna get a spray down Leo now. This is terrible. Should be able to the jumping shot. Oh,
gotta commit to it. Gotta commit to it. Seems like Silson. I made that Kodak was found by Capitan, so he continues his stride in trying to get kills. Rebo found by Lopes as well. They've been playing it safe, as you said. It's going to be hard for anyone to leave the compound, and indeed it is. Rebo has been found. He's going to go down as well. Flux is going to be the last player to get out from here.
Yep, there is a crate right there.
Taken.
Has been taken. Most probably by Lobes.
You would assume so.
You would assume so. Or maybe it's just not going to fall for the bait right now. But Lobes has to be careful because, of course, Penta and Cherry Poppin are still up on the hill, but they're being pushed. So they are going to turn around and they won't be looking towards anyone in the field.
Lobes been found by the NATO. You can see Silson. He didn't get his teammate up, so it's all by himself here trying to hold off Stabix and his teammate in Capitan. New circle, further north we go, and I guess you can say that Talha and Shuro are happy to have gone here early. They find Penta and Cherry extremely fast, and as we talked about, that was a position they had to worry about. And in all fairness, I mean, for Cherry and for his teammate, they were holding that angle for so long. The second they turn around to look down the hill, that's them down and out. Unfortunately for Silson, can't find the last player. Moody finds Stabix. So that's going to throw them out of the game in 11th. But they did manage to get quite a good chunk of kills, so should probably be satisfied with that nonetheless.
Yeah, should be satisfied nonetheless. He got himself that 1 point thanks to Moody. But the next part of his journey is going to be extremely hard. He's all the way in the south. He has to make his way into the circle. And the closest people in that circle are Pride and Moody. But he's got Adam on the road on the other side. And Wolf also, who somehow just survived for so long. I saw him coming in from the top there. And he's managed to make his way in. And he's actually getting into a fight as well. And now he goes. Adam survives that one. And the E-United boys do not survive any longer. Shrew nades Talha J. And
yeah, I think Shrew got knocked with a nade in hand. And unfortunately, that nade fell to the ground, killed his teammate. Oh, I guess at least they denied a point. That's something, right?
Yep. Why not? No running into the blue. Okay, all right. Pride and Moody have come into this position. You would say that it is probably not favorable because of the hilltop, but the hilltop, no one there is actually putting any pressure on. They actually have to push down right now.
There's no one there anymore.
So they are racking up the kills at the moment.
Yeah, you can see Robino sitting and trying to get some sort of vision, but he's also a solo player, so limited how much attention he wants to put to himself, because if this circle goes into the field next, then he will be the one to have to make that downhill run, and I think for now he wants to stay invisible. He's for a little while longer, but Pride and Moody, they've taken their focus south. You can see Rubino shooting down towards Silson. Should help for Pride and Moody as well to pinpoint his whereabouts.
Really falling very low, but got the hard cover, the nade, you gotta fall back a tiny bit. Still's out in the open. Moody still hasn't healed up. Pride falls to about 50 HP, but it's gonna be Robino, sorry, who finds Sizzlin. And
Wait, what?
Moody names himself.
Oh, yet again, a case of I'm throwing a nade at getting knocked.
I think I've seen Moody do that quite a few times.
That's unfortunate. Always when you have a nade in hand, someone comes in from a far auction. That this time around is Profi. Finds the knock on towards him. He takes care of the rest of the business himself. And now Adam and Kickstart. Well, they might, not guaranteedly, but they might have to cross this road in a second. Let's see where this next circle takes us. Ooh, they technically could prone it on the edge on their side, but I would highly assume that they somehow, some way, would try to make a crossing play. But this is actually a fun one because no one's really in here yet.
No one is, and I don't know if they can. They can. They do have a reach there if they wanted to use it for a bit of cover and stay in the zone. But they have to be careful of Chubba Bubba, who's just proning on the other side.
I don't think he's going to do anything.
Oh dear.
He's chilling.
Profi's coming in on the vehicle.
I think Chubba is massively chilling out right now. He's not in a hurry to do anything.
Kickstart, yeah. Wildcard guys will definitely have to look to cross the road.
Yeah.
Ragnar, proning in some bushes in the ditch on the other side. Very safe at the moment.
I mean, there's no reason for anyone to push towards where Ragnar is. Ragnar has to know the only place I would get pushed from is on the west, like crossing road. So he just needs to, like, full on look up in that direction. You can see Furious, last player, Flux. In all fairness, he's been able to stay alive for quite a while, but this one could prove fatal, down to under half HP. One more tag in there, one more should do it, but for now, he's staying up. You can see they've split out, so Rilo has the high ground. Vishnu as high as it gets, and Profi is looking around, but he can't find him. And Chubba is making his way in from behind, too. This could actually be fatal for Rilo if he keeps shooting over towards where Flux is.
Profi's looking, but look at that Flux. He's managed to heal up as well, and he's crawling. Stands up. Profi can't see him because the bushes are in the way. He might be able to close some ground here, but Profi finally spots him out, goes for a nice spray, and it's just so easy. The time to kill Chubba Bubba. AK-47 spray finds Profi after that, and now they can push on to, was that reload? Yep.
Yeah, the 3x AK spray. Not something you see too often. Spots the second player, too. Goes for the committed shootout, but not going to happen. Rilo finds him. Will he be able to go for the rest, though? I'm not sure. Profi is on the edge of the circle. This one ain't going to be easy. He's going to take the car, throw a smoke where the car used to be. Oh, maybe not anyway. Chucked it out. Rilo might be able to get Profi. Yeah, he's going to be inside the circle. Seems like he's going to use the vehicle for some sort of cover here as well. It should be possible. So we got 4 solos on the western side with the duo currently trying to remain as such.
Now, if Rilo can get Profi up, which it looks like he can because no one's going to contest that, they're going to be the strongest looking team coming into this, but the circle even shifts further onto the field. And it's going to make it very hard for everyone. Pride is in, so he can just gatekeep Adam and Ragnar.
Is Adam looking to drive somewhere with that vehicle? I'm actually not quite sure. Flashbang thrown forward. Interesting how that flashbang was white when the team color is purple. Oh, Ragnar does find him. So Adam going down. There's a billion vehicles here, but then again, I mean, we are kind of at the end of the game where I would hope that people don't opt to take vehicles. But we'll see. I mean, I've seen Chris here.
Yeah, not a lot of cover in the center, though.
Yeah.
But the Profi and Rilo.
You do have hay bells, but that's about
Clan
it.
Tigers yeet, but the Relofi. They're opting not to take the vehicle. And going straight
If they can play
the
this rock, they would actually be golden.
Yeah.
The only thing is, I think Ragnar can spot them on the side of the rock, so they wouldn't have a safe spot, because whenever they're covered from Ragnar's position, Rubino can see them. So that would be dangerous. Rilo is bringing in the vehicle, not expecting there to be any cover for them. Ragnar's been seen. I think that's Profi. Yep, Profi shooting over towards him, and that should give the info as well for Pride. There's indeed one more in this area. Oh, in the car. Okay, where are we going? Here's a tire pop.
Run Pride
If he runs Pride over.
Oh my god.
If he actually goes for it. No, he doesn't even see it.
Pride should be able to go for some shots, but he's not going to, in fact. He's just going to hold on. Oh dear, Relo tags him up. And now Pride.
Should be Pride shooting him, right? Or at least man, I don't think Pride has any nades left, to be fair. He does have nades. Pride? Molotov? Nade? Something? Hello?
He's waiting. He's waiting. I think he's waiting for everyone else
But is he waiting for more players to come from this side? I think Ragnar realizes... I mean, I actually like this play. Throw the smoke, and then instead of hiding in the smoke, hide behind it, because you know that vehicle that you drove in with, and that smoke is going to get spam naded. So go behind it, and maybe bait some nades out, so that should you survive to the very, very end game, then they won't have that utility left to throw at you.
No, Pride stands up. He's not actually looking towards Ragnar. Should be able to spot him out there.
He has
Yeah,
to see
come
it at some
on,
point.
Pride. It's
Ragnar
an
has
easy
no
kill
clue.
right there.
I mean, Ragnar has no clue that Pride is there. So, unless if Pride pushes into him and things go on, we can see
There we
now. Yep. Nope. Doesn't see him. Not too convinced. The nade, though. Yeah, good night, Ragnar.
Oh, nades coming in from everywhere onto that vehicle.
Nice.
No, he goes.
Yeah, no, he's
Ooh.
dead. He's dead. So now it's a 1v2 Pride, 1 versus Rello and Profi. What can you do here, buddy? Look at their position. They have the dot. They have everything. I don't think they'll be able to see him unless if Profi jumps up on the rock there. But with the nade thrown, I mean, it's somewhat limited where he can be.
Yeah, Pride doesn't have any information right now.
Does he see him? Does he see Profi on the rock?
He does.
Yeah,
He finds
does.
Profi. He makes it into a 1v1. Can push up to the blown up vehicle, use that as extra cover.
Nade wall.
Does he? No, he doesn't. He's just going to go for the flush. Profi.
He has one more nade. One more nade, one Molotov. I think is what we have on Kickstarter. No utility at all for Rello. He's just fired bullets as well. You see, it's still one nade. This could be the winning game. This could be the winning throw right here.
Oh my god.
Does he take the car? Wait, he sits in the car.
He lands on the car! Oh
What?
my god, what are you doing?
Why would you go in the car?
Okay, Pride and Moody managed to get themselves a win there. What on earth? You have to think that, okay, the nades are going to be coming in over. You get into the car and it's just a big boom explosion. What a misplay there by Rello.
I mean, I hate these situations because everything they did up until that very point made so much sense. And I'm really trying to, like, this is where I blame this on, I was never like an actual pro player, so there must be something to it I just don't understand. But I cannot come up with a reason. Maybe he wanted to get the vehicle over to Profi so that he could rest him, or maybe he didn't think he would have any nades left, because then maybe he would have thrown them already. So he thought, if I leave with the car, because I don't have any smokes, I can try and make a play on the hay bale in front. But it's a 1v1. There's just have Profi crawl for info, and then hope that you have the better aim.
No, precisely. You know that both the players know where they are. He's got the hard cover. You've got a vehicle. The blue isn't even pushing you, so the blue's not forcing you to go forward yet. Try and take on the gunfight.
The gunfight, I mean, he knew exactly what hay bale he was hiding behind, too. So if you can make it to that hay, I think what he maybe wanted to do was bring the vehicle up to the next table, because that would not be him being close to the center, but literally on the actual dot. But he was there. I mean, he had that center dot for so long. But then also, just the fact that he went into the car, and then, I mean, he kind of sat in the passenger seat for a little while, went over to the first-person seat, and I was like, which play were you trying to make there?
No, but still, like, they were more center than.
That's what I'm saying.
Pride was.
Pride would have to leave.
Exactly.
The hay bale before he would have to leave from behind the car. That was another confusing element to it. But guys, that was the second to last game. And once again, Silson and his teammate. Now, this time around, they did get into placement points, but there was not a lot of points racked up. And I'm sitting and looking at some of these teams kind of slowly making their way in from behind. Of course, it's going to require probably a win from any team below first place right now in order to overtake that. But given how these two guys from Japish, Silson and Kodak has been in first place for so long, it kind of has to come down to the very last game, right? Wouldn't that be interesting?
Going for that Flux, going in for a little jump shot around the corner. Might be playing pro mod there. But also, we did see Prudy. They were in the top 9 or top 7 if I'm correct, and they're in the 40-point place, so they're gonna go up a tiny bit.
He goes in the passenger seat, then drives, then gets blown up.
Okay, hold on. I think he was ready to jump in and drive straight away because he got in on the side of the car where the driver's seat is, but the game forced him into the passenger seat, which got patched ages ago. But
I've never experienced that at all. When you jump in from the left side and it throws you over to the right side of the car.
It used to be a thing, and then it got patched.
I've never seen that before. In any case, it was a Pride and Moody win in a... well, I mean, they did claim that city, the center of the circle early on. Fortunately, the fight escalated on the hillside and gave them some more room to play out, because I honestly think they were there a little too early for comfort. Like, had Penta and Cherry been able to sit up there with the MK14 and just bring down havoc on them in the open, could potentially have gone out earlier.
Yeah, and just to think that Moody left his position, man-moded it, and got Pride up and then brought him back.
There was a lot of ways that could have gone wrong, but fortunately for the two, they do manage to win the game with just one more to go. But guys, before that final game comes in, I'm going to take a short break, so stick around. We'll be right back. We have been through qualifiers, we've been through group stages, we've been through individual regions facing each other, and now we have made it to the final game of the finals of this season's GLL Wingman. And I'm really excited to look at this leaderboard, because now 3 games in a row, Wapish, they haven't really racked up points.
No, they haven't, and they've yet remained in the first place position.
Yeah.
Got to see if any of the other teams are finally closing that gap, and it could come down to this, because, you know, it's just, it's boring to watch, really, if your Peach can just not get any points again and then walk away with a win.
I don't think they're thinking it's boring. Let's just not get any points and win. I would highly doubt that's how they're gonna play it. But what I am looking to see is other teams who are out of it.
Hot dropping them. Let's
go. Just stir some turmoil, you know. Just flip the table a little.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than not joining the game.
It's like, if you can't win it, if your boat is sinking anyway, you might as well see if you can drag down as many people with you as possible.
Had pigeon chess.
Pigeon chess?
Yeah, pigeon chess. So it's how pigeons play chess. They can't win, so they just walk all over the chessboard, they poop all over it, and then they just fly away. That's basically what people need to do. They need to play pigeon chess.
But speaking of leaderboards, I'm sure Rilla would have wanted to win that game had it been from the rock, had it not been. Just in my opinion. I mean, when it's a 1v1, vehicle plays are rarely ever the play to make. But in any case, they do manage to get themselves 10 points. A decent game for them nonetheless. 5 kills for Pride and Moody secures them 15, and then once again Capital from Cream with the kill points, not alone, but like majority of it being kill points. They do manage to sneak their way up all the way to 3rd.
That's insane. You only get 1 point for their placement, so that's coming 12th or 11th, and all those kills really added up, and they get the overall 3rd place. This is the scores going into game number 12. Wow. Yapish still up there in the first place with 81
13 points down. 13 points down for anything is possible.
Yeah, Toby, well, anything is possible.
Anything is indeed possible. Okay, so okay. Pride and Moody just won that game, but if they want to win the whole thing, they need to get, quick math, 16 kill win.
Was that 16?
Or is it, oh wait, I think it might be even more. I think it might be 26 kill win. I can't do math anymore. Why do we always do this on I think it's 16 though. 10, 26, 55, 81. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's correct. But in any case, it's gonna be pretty damn exciting. The only team that can catch them right now would be a 13-point game, taken for granted that Japish don't get any points at all. A 13-point game for the 2nd place team, and that is well, anything is possible. We'll have to wait and see.
That is a 13 points to get the tie, if I'm right. So 14 points is what they're looking for.
Oh yeah, essentially.
So that's just 4 kills and a win, guys. Just.
I'm actually, to be fair, I mean, now I know it's duos. It's a little easier to keep track of where teams go when it's squads. But yeah, because in duos things do get a little complicated. But if you're Japish, and you really want to win this tournament, why don't you just jump straight down to the face of Cherry and Penta? They're anything is possible, right? Yeah. Why don't you jump straight on their faces? And then even if you go down and they get 2 kills, but if you kill just one of them, that's pretty much you saying you ain't winning. I mean, winning this game as a solo from the start is not impossible. We've seen it happen, but it's very unlikely. So if they just sacrifice themselves trying to hard commit for the flushes on towards the Pencil and Cherry, could have been worth. But then again, I mean, keeping track of all these things, it's a little difficult.
That's the Prudy are on 55 points, and they are 26 points behind Yapish. So it
was a 16 kill win.
26 points behind.
Yeah, so 26.
Yeah.
16 kill win. Yeah.
Yeah, so they know that they can't be contested other than one other team, so why not hot drop them, get rid of them, and there you go, you secure yourself the first place without even having to play the last game.
Yeah, but then again, 16 kill win. I mean, we've seen, what is the record? 11 kill win, I think? Or 11 kill second place, I think we saw. I'm trying to think. I don't think, at least not in LATAM and NA, I don't think we've seen any team with 12 or more kills.
Was that not a 14 kill win? 14 point win? Well, I think we saw that earlier. 14 point win. Oh, you're not about just kills.
I'm talking about kills exclusively.
Kills exclusively. Okay.
At least I don't recall it happening. Could actually have happened in the first game today because I was not part of that at all. So,
no, it definitely wasn't. Capitan saves his teammate running out in the open, finds Ganjahan, and well, you know, you need all the points you can.
That's how he gets all those kills. He just uses Stabbix as bait all the time. Can you run around the field a little more so all these people standing still will just allow me to shoot at them? That's what he does. We have figured out the strategy, and now Ganjahan, well, he has to crawl for him up, but Posao is in a vehicle. He's in a bike even, so I guess that's the fastest mean of coming to your teammates'
He might be able
aid.
to make it, to be honest.
Yeah, we do see a sprinting bulldog with frost around his mouth, even throwing Molotovs to go for the flush now. This is going to be a hard commit, and I'm afraid Capitan will get there first.
Capitan needs to find him, and he can't find him.
That is true.
He's going to be going very close. He's going to be able to hear him. Spots him on the rock.
Yep, he saw both.
Oh no, come on, Capitan. He's going to be able to get this. Oh no, Capitan falls to 50 HP. He just needs to land one more shot, and he does. And there we go. Yeah, Black, they're out in the last position in this final game.
Unfortunate,
Fair
but
journey ends here.
Indeed it does. Good games, fun games. And to me, honestly, yes, the money is amazing. I mean, you're not just going to say no to $8,000, but you kind of have to win them first, right? Mm-hmm. I think for the most part, for a lot of these, not all, but for a lot of these players, they're very, very used to day in, day out in terms of competition to play squads. Yeah. And I think this is probably one of the best tournament-wise kind of breath of fresh air they can get in playing competitive PUBG, because it's still the same competitive integrity. It's just with a format that is a little different from the same old that they're used to within the different pro leagues and whatnot. And I think, just off of what I said before, I think for these guys, win it or not, I think they just really want to have fun. Yes, remain competitive, because they're all competitive, but just have a lot of fun.
Yeah, don't kick yourself over losing a duo tournament, but it is one of the best duo tournaments that you can take part in. A lot of prize money is being put forward to keep this going, and every single season, you know, the players really do enjoy it, and we see the names coming back over and over again to take part. I honestly think that it is fun. It is fun to be able to be down there on the map, being able to play.
You played Wingman before, right?
Yes, I actually did.
You played qualifiers for one of the...
I did.
Did you make it through the finals? Because I don't remember casting in the finals.
No. So I... Usually what happens is Saint, he wants to play Wingman.
Oh, no, it's his fault that
No, it's not his fault. It's... I would play in Wingman because, you know, he plays with a friend of mine called Gweg, and they have
Shout out to Gweg.
Yeah, they have a couple of games. A very good player, by the way. So some team pick him up. You know, they play a couple of games, and then they're like, oh, well, you know, one of us can't do this final qualifier game. So Tal, if you're available, can you play? And I'm like,
you're the sub.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, you know, I'm not going to get any kills. It's like, yeah, it doesn't matter. Just listen to what we say. I'm like, okay.
Just do what we tell you to do.
Just do what we tell you to do. And I'm usually the one running around in the open.
You're the bait.
Yeah, I'm the bait.
You're the Stabbix of your team. That's interesting. But then of course the Saint or Greg has to be the Capitan of the team, and
they
if
are.
Not,
I mean, I mean, Saint is very good in just coming up with strats and stuff and whatnot, and Greg, he's just a fragger. So it's a really nice duo combination that worked there.
So
and
how
then
come you haven't made it to the finals?
I'm the mascot. How come they've never made it to the finals? Yeah. Well, because they are both equally as bad as each other. So there we go. There it is.
Seems like Kickstart and Adam, they know for a fact that there's a lot of points to be had here, and it seems like Snakers and Shinboy are going to be two of the ones to have to hold them off, because they are full-on aggroing on this one.
They are. Look at this. Adam pushing straight into the building, clearing it out. They know where they are now. They're in the little garage. Oh, no, they're not in that
building,
garage, Adam. He's going to waste a nade into that. Oh, no, he spots Snakers running out just below him. Going to go up to the top floor. Kickstart needs to help out. Ooh, it doesn't matter because Flux from across comes in and knocks out-snakers and takes the kill.
This is where Kickstart has to be smart, because either he could aggress and try to get the kill inside, but they have no idea that he's in that building. And you can see Adam is turning around now, trying to supply and do some damage up there as well. There's way too much, like way too many threats around right now for Kickstart to want to peek out that window.
It's the last game. Some teams, they're looking at their points and they're saying, you know, 3 kills is the difference between $800 to about $1,500.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, why not try and get these? Some other teams are just like, yeah, let's just go frag out and ruin someone's game because there are some narcissists and what's it? Sadikists that just love kind of going out and just making people feel bad and ruining their games and they get enjoyment out of that. And I'm kind of one of those. Kickstart gets naded by Shinboy. Adam
is
really needs to
Kickstop
start
a thing?
making. Oh god, the second nade's definitely going to finish him off.
That was the Kickstop.
The
you know?
Kickstop.
Is that a thing? I know you can kickstart something, but can you kickstop something?
Kickstop
I
something.
mean, the nade for sure kickstopped him. if that's a saying. Now it is. You're supposed to know English is your first language, you know?
English is, in fact, it is my first language. It's not meant to be my first language, but I couldn't be bothered to learn my own language, so...
Couldn't be bothered to speak the tongue of my people, so...
No, absolutely. My mum used to shout at me in Urdu, which is the language of Pakistan where I'm from. And
you never shouted back?
No, I never actually understood what she used to say to me. I just pretended to look very scared because I was like, mother is shouting. and I think when I turned about 15, she realized that I couldn't understand anything. So then she was like, do you understand anything that I've been saying to you for the past 15 years? And I was like, nope. And then she got really angry because then she realized that she was shouting at me and I just didn't get it.
That's
so
the best excuse for not doing the chores at home. Oh, I never understood what I was supposed to do. In any case, Adam and Shin seems like the fight has stalled out a little bit. Adam did push forward, but not a whole lot came off of it. Now let's see this second circle. Give us something spicy. And
yes.
Imagine a pachinki ending to finish off the game. And if you want to rack up points, I don't think, even as chaotic as fun as it is, I just don't think you ever see that same one team rack up a lot of points in pachinki or like city endings in general. It's just everyone kind of dying.
I want everyone to dive into pachinki. Just go into pachinki. Everyone should go. Send it.
What I will say, though, and HayZ actually worded it a little earlier, if Japish wins this, they have just won. For those of you guys who don't know, in the Latin American region, there are 2 simultaneous tournaments being played, 4 spots at the PGC, PUBG Global Championship, and they have just won. I think it was actually this week, they won this spot in the other tournament, not Latin Masters, which we're playing later today and tomorrow, but they have already secured a spot for that. And if they can then also go out and win NA and SA combined tournament here, not only is it going to be a lot of money, but that's pretty damn impressive to go like back-to-back tournaments in the same week and win both of them.
Oh god, Adam and Shin, they're going to keep at it right now. Shin boy, he's holding off. It is just a game of chess right now, and it's going to be Adam that finds the king and not topples it over.
Is he going to keep going at them? Okay. I'm going to go home now.
Never be a comedian.
Yeah. Why get fired if you just get silenced? That's
it was a valiant effort. Valiant effort. Yeah. Okay, right.
Was it a valiant?
Oh god.
Effort?
Oh,
okay,
god, why do I set this up? A lot of teams sending it into pachinki. I love it. Frolicker, booty clappers gonna go in, trying to find some more booties to clap. Young Kush and his teammate not making it all the way. They're gonna go to the tractor, but Cherry Poppin and Penta, these guys, anything is possible. They need to be careful because
they need to get 13 kills.
Yep, they need to find
or win with 4.
13 kills. Well, all the kills are in pachinki, boys. Go for it. Look at this. This is how much they're like, oh, I see person, I must shoot.
Look at who they're shooting at now, though. Silson and his teammate Kodak, they're the first place team, and Cherry and Penta are driving. I mean, they're holding the position above them. This fight should be what to look at. Because obviously Silson and Kodak are just playing for late. They just want to stay alive.
Honestly, if they get a knock onto
they're going
to
send it immediately.
They will be like, that's them, let's go.
They have to. Once they, like, for both of the teams, once they realize who they're sitting next to, I would argue that whoever gets the knock has to send it instantly. Because for Kodak and Silson, if they get a knock and they can push up and flush, that's them winning. I mean, there's no other team that has a realistic chance of making it. But if Penta and Cherry, they need them dead in order to be more sure, because it doesn't matter if they get a 10-point game if these all just get a 4-point game then it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's a completely wrong math, but you know what I mean. Like, they need to prevent these guys from getting points in order to make it through.
So get them out before they can accumulate the placement points. You can see role reversal in this game. Pride is now driving over to save Moody's. Backside gets the res up. He's being shot at by Sharp Shot. And, well, Pride, no, Moody gets taken down by VIII. So there's going to be Pride on his own, and this is the third place team right now. They are 26 points behind first place, so it's a very challenging task for them. But they just want to keep their third place because that is about $2,000, which is not bad. And this is going to get interesting because our first and second place team are there in the south, and neither of them are in the circle.
Yeah, now the question, because obviously Cherry and Penta doesn't know that it's Silson and Kodak down there, but if a fight escalates, let's say between Grisera and Rubino, and one, like it doesn't matter if they're the ones knocking or getting knocked. If they see them in the kill feed and they have an idea of where they are, I want to see them react to it immediately. Like, this is a situation where they have a very good chance. Like, the only chance of them winning is to make sure that they die early, or just that they die early. But I want to see Penta and Cherry make a play as soon as they see Silson and Kodak in the kill feed. But this circle's shifting back to Potato. I think a lot of people that were inside Pachinki, they're going to start crying now. Oh, that's what we were just talking about. Headshot. Oh, that's the knock on towards Kodak.
That's insane, right? Silson, last one remaining for Yapish. They are still ahead. He just needs to go for the survival game, and that's going to be the playstyle that he's going to adopt now going into the rest of the game. You can see everyone's still in Pachinki. This is the problem. You go in Pachinki early, you think it's going to shift in, but as soon as the circle shifts away from Pachinki, it is so much harder to leave because everyone is in there, and depending on how deep you are, there is no chance you're leaving. But also, this is where all the points are. In Pachinki for Pentalol and Cherry Poppin' if they want to get some. They have Pride rotating just underneath them as Taylor J and Shrew, they're going to start taking shots towards the booty clap as Victor gets tagged up and so does Frolicker.
In terms of how much I hate Obsidian things, I think you can say that Pachinki's become a clogged up sewer. And the only way for this to work out is if, not all, but a lot of the teams die and only one, maybe even one, makes it through.
Profi finds the remaining player of Tempo Storm. Wait,
Space
no,
Storm.
Sorry, Space Storm. I was like, hang on, no, that is actually the team's name. Space Storm, and a little spray coming in by Shrew. Being covered by the leaves, can't quite land all the shots. Goes for the second player, Frolicker, who replies. Sends Shrew back behind cover. Where's Taylor J? Needs to get involved to help his teammate. There's a weird hill to be fighting on. The angle makes it very hard for both these teams to confirm any kills.
Victor does have a nade in hand, should be able to throw it. I don't know if he can get it far enough up there. Nope, it's going to blow. A little short second one rolling up the hill. Oh, he saw it rolling there towards him, and he's going to use the rock for cover. Coursera does get spotted now as well, and they're starting to realize now, Clap guys, that, well, they indeed have opponents on both sides.
Sizzly, and I was just going to say, he's off to the side. He needs to be very careful about what he does.
Penta stole it. That's probably the only... If you're Silson, that's the only player you don't want to have steal your kill. Like, literally, that's the only player you don't want to see your kill get stolen by. That is interesting. They're in the southern side, and you have Silson up north. That is very funny. If Silson gets the circle, Silson gets it to the east over... Oh, my lord, this is such a bad circle. I mean, this is absolutely horrific.
This is horrible for
the thing is, everyone in Pachinki left their vehicles like 16 circles ago. It's just bad with big bad on it.
There we go. Pentalon and Cherry Poppin'. They're coming in from the south. They do have Cream and Gazera, and this teammate just ahead of them. If they do spot them out, that's about 4 points that they can make up right there. But they still have a long way to go into the circle. But coming in last... Well, a fight is going to erupt in front of them very shortly. Everyone else rotating out of Pachinki. Somehow a lot of the teams managing to make their way out of it. Profi and Rella, they did have the edge, so it is doable. Baby Beans and his teammate sending it into the forest. Surviving.
I really want to see Penta and Cherry go to the edge of the circle on the southern side and just hold up everyone. The thing is, there's such a big third-party potential from teams coming down from above.
Penta spotted one, he spots two. Okay, there we go. Goes for the shot, misses the head the first one round. And this is it, Cream, they turn around. Oh my days, Capitan. Go for the peak. Oof.
You don't want to give them too many chances. We've seen the shots that Capitan can throw at them. Cherry does push underneath, gets the angle on towards one. Cream does get knocked, wants to go for the flash as well, does find him. One more to be found, not dead yet. Stabbix is there.
7 HP.
clapping prematurely
I
there.
thought he killed him. No, but he confirmed the kill. He went for the flash as well.
Yep.
So the bullets landed. That's an insane nade, but he's not there anymore. Stabix replies with a nade or a smoke
Oh, he sees him.
of
Penta
himself.
knows where he is.
Penta, you don't be caught out with a nade in your
No,
hand.
Stabix! You have to flash him right now. You need to find him, Cherry. You cannot let him go down. They only have 2 kills so far. Stabix does get found from behind. Robino is the one to take him down. Circle is pushing in, though, and I don't think there's any way Cherry can do this. Or Cherry. That's dead. That's
Oh
dead.
no, the nade.
Nope, alive.
That's an HP. This is butt-clenching stuff coming out here by Cherry Poppins. Pentalol. He's going to get spotted by Robino. He is out, and now both our top 2 teams are down to the solo player.
This is not good. Cherry needs to get another 13 points in order to win this game. I'm not saying it's impossible because anything can happen, but
Anything is possible.
I'm just saying. Oh, and he did get that stolen, so it's only 12 more points. Make that probably even more because with every placement point, Silson's about to start racking up, coming in with the next death. Yeah, I'm not seeing this happen.
This is
going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult. Oh, he saw him.
And Cherry
I think he just saw him. Yep.
Oh.
Imagine to be able to solidify your first place with taking out the team that is trying to hunt you down. That would be very, very impressive and well earned for Silson.
Oh,
to be
he's
able
looking
to
for
do
him.
this.
Because I think he knows that this could be Cherry Poppins. He's heard the sprays, he's seen the knocks, and he's like, just saw him through the trees. Well, we saw him, but I don't think
you can't see him
did.
because of the rendering of the leaves there. On the rock throat. That's a chip 8 smoke. Maybe he's again nice sport, you know. You need some cover to come to me. You need
Hey,
some cover
buddy.
towards me. Come to me, Jerry. I'll let you run over towards my side of the circle. I'll throw some smokes for you. Come to me. Taco, woo, come here.
Just, you know, the win. The win
look at how much
is
he's committing to
literally
it too.
100 odd meters apart from Sizzlin. That is the win right there, sitting.
And I think he knows. He would not have committed this hard to taking down this one player.
Oh, the circle.
I mean, he would not be committing this hard to dealing with this player on the south. But he could play. It's like he could see the way he was playing, not clearly, but very big chances as a solo. And also having seen the kill feed, and I heard the bullets pop off in this other side. I love how we were focusing on 4 players on the south, and there's like another
so
15 fighting in the northern side. But what matters is first and second down on the southern side. About to pop off. Because keep this in mind, should Silson go down now and this entire northern fight happens, that could potentially be Cherry getting a guaranteed top 5 just because everyone in the north is fighting. And he already has kills enough that he would need to get 1 or 2 more with a win to make it through. But as you can see, now it's already 1 placement point guaranteed. So Silson, you need to go down for Cherry, for Cherry to win the game here. Or win the tournament, I should say.
Yeah, Silson, he's still waiting. He thinks Cherry's pushing all the way up, but he's just getting himself into a better position on that circle. Meanwhile, Ribbo holding off Rello and Profi. Rello is still knocked, and I don't think Profi will be able to get him up. The Blues slowly encroaching, spots out Ribbo, takes some shots, doesn't land anything, and Rello makes his way into the circle.
This ain't gonna be an easy play to make. You can see Baby Beans and Google Gaga just above, and they're gonna find Rebo. That's unfortunate. Rello does go down to the blue there as well. So Profi is gonna be on his own. Unfortunate. Lopes and his teammate are making their way up in Pride as well. Was sneaky snaking a little while before, but he is on his feet once more.
Okay, right, now 11 teams remain. That is 1 point per placement as a team gets wiped out. So the clock is ticking for Cherry to try and find Sizzlian and take him out of the game before he accumulates too many points.
He doesn't know where Silson is. Silson knows for sure where Cherry is. And you can see that he doesn't even care about who's north of him at this point. He just has to make sure that he doesn't that Cherry doesn't push up towards him. You can see him looking this way. He knows that there's a play down there somewhere. He's been hard committed.
He knows it's Cherry.
Yeah, he's been looking in this direction for the last, I don't know, like 2 or 3 minutes. There's no way he's giving up on that position.
He gets the kill, he can run into the blue.
Well, essentially, yeah. I mean,
pretty much.
Obviously, you want to finish off on a good line, but still, yeah.
Pride has been lying here for so long, and it has finally paid off. But he might get taken down prematurely there. Starts running out, doesn't find Chubba Bubba. And then
he only needed another 13 kills in a win in order to get first place. That's unfortunate.
14 alive. Still able to do that.
Technically possible.
Technically.
But not going to happen. So everything is riding on the bottom side of the map, and even that is starting to look far-fetched at this point. Profi alive Up by the tree, doesn't have a whole lot of space to move around. And Baby Beans and Gogo, they're up there as well, looking around. And this is exactly the circle Silson would have wanted. He can now just wait and hope that Cherry pushes towards him at some point soon.
Yeah, you're Cherry.
Cherry's just waiting to see Silson in the kill feed. Like, he's just waiting to see him killed in the kill feed, and then he's going to start moving forward. But I'm sorry, buddy. Silson is all by himself.
That is literally less than 100 meters now.
Yeah.
He's far away, and Silson's still looking. He still doesn't care about Potato. Doesn't care about that at all. He's still looking, and he's going to see Cherry pop and get up behind that rock. Cherry needs to be able to play this super well. Robino, pushing just across, might walk into the line of sight of Junkush, who's behind a rock right now. Doesn't spot him out just yet. Cherry popping, no longer lying down, seeing if the coast is clear.
Cherry's looking that direction too. He saw the smoke thrown, obviously. He saw that smoke thrown earlier, and I think that's what's had him wonder.
You won't be able to see him.
This is interesting. It's very intense without being intense at all. You know what I mean? It's like there's nothing happening essentially, but there's so much happening at the same time.
Come on, he didn't see him.
Nope, he doesn't see him. There's a rock there. There's a rock there.
Nope,
that's an 8. That's an 8. That's...
He does spot him, Cherry
I'm not
popping.
sure if this nade is going to be the killing one, but we'll see. Nade thrown forward. Oh, it is the tree! The trajectory was there. The line was perfect. And it bounces off the leaf, and now Silson has to push up the hill.
Is there a god?
Junkush trying to make his way, and he might be able to make some room for Cherry. Should be able to take down either Rubino or Grisera, because they're obviously looking for him as well, knowing that they knocked one of his teammates just before.
Yep, they're trying to see if they can ruin the game. And there, Sizzlin does move the AWM onto Cherry. He does get spotted out. Come on, Junkush, do something. Save him. He needs your help.
Junkush is a solo as well, though. He does start shooting. Now Grisera goes down. Junkush is there to help.
Knows exactly where Rubino is, behind the tree, pushes up, gets himself close enough to the circle, goes for the flush, and now the nade from Rubino is going to come out.
Oh,
Cherry Pop is trying to get involved, but it's not going to be him getting the point. It's going to be Rubino.
Now Cherry is continuing forward. Look at the position for Silson.
Oh, no.
He has the view from afar. And he has the eye in the sky position up. He's just throwing random smokes all over the place.
Rubino's looking towards Cherry right now. Rubino's
Yep.
actually looking towards Cherry.
He heard him shoot, and he's prone on the tree down below. Cherry is pushing him from the southern side. You can see him with a nade in hand. Does he know where Rubino is? Approximately. He has an idea, but of course these nades, even though he might not do damage, it can still flicker the screen. It can make the audible cues really hard to play on. That nade should be golden!
Behind the tree!
1 centimeter further to the right, and that would have been on the money, but unfortunately it doesn't happen.
He's got one more, and Sizzlin is still looking. He's still trying to find him because he heard the shots. He knows that Cherry is still there.
It's limited where Cherry can push up the hill, and I think that's what he's starting to realize too. Oh no, that's got to be MC.
Spots him.
Good night, good night.
Behind the tree. Cherry, he goes for the spray, but Cherry's so low, they're going to both heal. Oh my god.
this is surprisingly insane.
No
There's
way.
no way. There's no way that nade goes up there. Nope.
Okay.
No, that's going to bounce off. Reloading. This is... Padcaps finds Rubino, so that's the pressure from behind, because Padcaps doesn't know about Cherry's position. So that's... Right now, it's only Cherry and Silson on the eastern side.
Running.
He's just sprinting. I mean, I don't want to be the wrecker of dreams, but I think Silson, alone in placement points accumulated already, will be safe. But I'm not going to count anything out. This is scary close. 0 points so far, and it's only going to be 3 points of placements. We'll have to wait and see what Cherry can pop off here. But it's it looks like something along the lines of 4 more kills and a win with Silson out next in order for him to win it.
Yeah, Silson's increased his gap. I think he knows now that he can just survive a bit longer in placement points, and then
Also, I like how I like how he's gone to the middle. That's exactly what you said right there.
Oh dear lord! Padcaps finds Cherry, tags him up a tiny bit. Cherry finds himself behind the tree, but the blue zone's coming in. He's going to do a lot of damage. Time is running out for him. The second shot lands in the head, and there we go. Silson sees that in the kill feed, and he knows he smells the victory. Might as well get up. Let's go for it, buddy. Frag out.
That should be Silson. Does he just nade himself now? He starts waving.
That's all he was looking for.
That is perfect. He's just waving at the camera, guys. Smile and wave. He knows it. He knows it. He is a double winner within the same week of 2 different tournaments. If that is not a team to be scared of at the PGC, I don't know what it is. They've proven that in a squad format, they're one of the better teams, if not the best team within the region. And also, when it comes to like raw aim and fighting, they can pull up and fight against the best of all of all of the Americas combined.
Yeah, definitely a team that could be contending some of the top spots at PGC, but also you've got to think about it. They know how to play in the right type of situation. Silzen, they were ahead. They knew exactly what they needed to do. Kind of wait it out, go for the placement points, even though kill points are super important and they do make the difference in the end. But if you are so many points ahead, you don't really need to go for those kills. You just need to go for the extra placements, because then that will help you. And it's a lot easier trying to go for placements, to be honest, than taking one of those kills, Silzen has pointed out. But now he doesn't really care. To be honest, he can smell that $8,000 and he's just going to push up, see if he can increase that gap even further.
See what's going to happen here. It's going to be very interesting to see how this is all going to pan out in the end of things. Padcaps pushing his way further forward, it seems. You got two of the Sonics players up in the hills above, but well, doesn't seem like they want to move anywhere.
Padcaps making his way into the zone. Is aware of some snakes ahead of him. In fact, it's a duo. It's Willie and Pastello time. And they're still just playing very safe, throwing out smokes behind them, trying to bait out Padcaps. They do hear Padcaps' smokes, and Pastello time's getting a nade ready, throws it over the hill. Okay, a bit too cooked. A bit too cooked. That was very on target there. Now double nades coming in. The second nade, in fact, is going to land closer. It doesn't land at all. In fact, it's going to blow up in the air. It does do a bit of damage to Padcaps, but it isn't enough to get the frag.
For teams who are wondering, but Silson, we could talk about these guys all day, right? They got 6th place at GLL Grand Slam. I mean, up against some of the very best in Europe, some of the very best in all of the Western world. They were there alongside them. 6th place, beating a lot of the top tier teams that we talk about on the database. And I'm just gonna say again, watch out for LATAM at PGC. They will be scary.
I mean, they already are scary with the way they play, forcing a lot of these North American duos to play very differently. Each other. Bubba finds a double spray. Nice transfer. And there we go. He finds himself in the top 3.
Imagine this win-off coming in just now. 3 solos left remaining. These guys have been fighting and playing for so many weeks now, and it all comes down to this final game. Of course, the winner has kind of already been claimed, but still, as we talk about in terms of the points, I mean, Envy right now sitting in 3rd, I believe, coming into this game, right? They could potentially, with a win here, Padcaps could surpass anything is possible with a win here. I'm not saying it's gonna happen because I don't know the exact layout of the scoreboard.
Is that the right Envy though?
But
well, you've also got
no, there's only one Envy team. They're Prudy.
And then there's
oh, that nade is on the money. Yep, indeed it is. Padcaps, can you surpass? Can you get the win with this one right here? No. He's gonna go down to low HP and it's not gonna happen. Oh my lord, he headshot Adam through the smoke, it seemed. Just kind of desperation spray when he knew it was low, but it's not gonna happen. Adam and Kickstart ends up taking home the win. Just 2 kills. They were kind of on the quiet side of things, but interesting nonetheless. Padcaps and his teammate 5 kills, and Kodak and Silson a 0.5th place finish is what's going to solidify their 1st place. So, guys, I don't think we have to wait for the leaderboards in order to crown our victors. So, congratulations. I imagine me somehow having done something wrong in terms of the points now. But
yeah,
I think it's pretty safe to say that Silson and Kodak won.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the rest of the leaderboard and
for sure.
Seeing exactly where everyone placed.
I want to know if Padcaps with a win there could have surpassed anything is possible. I'm not sure if it would have been enough with the fight. Like it would have been a 5-point difference, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough. We'll see some highlights here at the game. This was just an interesting thought. Baby Bean, just last game of the, just slowly putting keeps to his death.
Do you think if you run someone over, they should just die instantly rather than?
No, he got bounced a little round.
Getting knocked. No, I think it should just be like you get run over at really high speed, you should just die. Like why get knocked?
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, you get pushed so far as well that you basically take full damage.
Yeah,
and then you die anyways. So it's kind of pointless. But yeah, I got Pride. See, this is the other.
No, that's Prudy though. Their name is not Envy in the actual tournament.
But they were the ones that were 3rd. I'm pretty sure, not Padcaps.
Could be. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Let's leave it at we'll see. I don't want to. I don't want to be you're wrong, I'm right. But we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. In any case, Padcaps secures the second place with an 8. Unfortunately, even though he had a really good shot at Adam there, wasn't enough to take him down. So that's going to be second place for them. We're just going to wait a little while before the point system up, and we can, I guess, officially say who witnesses, because obviously our voices aren't enough, because you saw math earlier today. It's
yeah, and
it's not always guaranteed.
I predict things and I'm always wrong. So you know,
we're just throwing random. They won. They wait, no, they didn't. Aha!
I have to say that was top quality butt clenching.
It was fun because it wasn't that crazy fighting. Because Silson knew he doesn't need to go aggressive. He just has to play on the back foot because Cherry was in such a tough position. Also, Silson, while focusing on Cherry, constantly kept away from his surroundings. He never got backstabbed. He always made sure there's no one around.
Yeah, surprisingly, he was up there for so long, just looking one way. Yeah. But no one really challenged him up there. And
you know why that was? Everyone came from
Pachinki. Yeah.
And nobody ever wrapped all the way around, because the ones that tried, they ran through the compound on the northwestern or northeastern side, like between school and Pachinki, and they got clustered in there. So no one could ever actually make their way all the way over. It was 2 eastern shifts in a row. It was all
northern shifts rather than the southern shifts.
Two eastern shifts in a row forced the teams to go straight through to take the fights rather than try and wrap all the way around, because the ones in Pachinki, they never had the vehicles anymore. Yeah. They've been pushing on foot for too long. So, interesting way to finish it off. And very, very... I mean, it just goes to show how we keep coming back to this. But it's just that amazing how it always comes down to the last game.
Yeah. Even in squad games, it comes down to the last game. I think the...
96-game Pro Leagues come down to the last game. Sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, we had the PKL final, shootout kind of games. 6 of them. And that came down to the last game where one team overtook and came first. Right at the end there by being able to get enough.
That was a BO6 though, so
that was a bit. I really liked it though. I kind of liked the short format. I mean, okay, a lot of people feel 6 games is not enough, but I think for a sudden death kind of thing, it worked pretty well. Yeah, I guess there's some for sure match. Could be pretty fun, but let's see the scoreboard. Let's not wait any longer. No reason to drag it out. Let's see exactly how this last game planned out. So Envy, the team that I think were in 3rd place, they get 11. Yeah, okay. I want to know if with 6 points more, that would have been a potential steal of a placement there. Chapish, 4 points, they're sitting in 10th on the game. And then a little further down the list, I think, no, anything is possible. Got 6 points in total, actually. So that's going to be 7th place for them. But what we've all been waiting for, guys, is, of course, to be able to solidify our winners after this 12-game final. And I'm very curious to see how it all ends up looking. So it was Envy, my team. I was right, you were wrong. No, I'm kidding. But it was a lot more points, though. It was a lot more points for them to be able to overtake. They still needed another 6 or 7 kills that game. Chapish winning it, though. 34 kills, but it's the placement points. I mean, yes, they were up there with kills, too, but 51. They have around 5 wins in total, in points, over 12 games. That is absurd. See you in March, 1 point away from just getting an extra $500. Yeah, love to see it. And everyone else as well. Look at the 1 point difference. I mean, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 teams at in the 50s. Yeah, and then 1 team at 61. And we were talking about this. I mean, looking at the point split, the prize pool split. A few more placement points. That's another doubling your money. That's another brand new PC for you. Yeah, you can get yourself a second streaming PC, and it's unfortunate, but that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. That's the end to yet another, the 8th. That's the fun word to say. 8th season, and there is a 9th of Wingman, and there's a 9th season of Wingman coming up real soon. That you are extremely. I'm not gonna call viewers any swear words, but you are. It would be unwise for you not to at least go check it out. You might not be available in those days. That's fair enough. You can always ask Talha to come sub for you. But you'd be unwise not to at least go check it out. So play.gl.gg. It's already been announced. Season 9 is coming real soon alongside Nations Cup, and that is fun. I mean, we talk about fun for Wingman. That is fun. I've played in that, and that is probably the most fun that you can have. 32 versus 32 in PUBG. And it's nations. When we're not talking you and your buddies from around the world. No, you have to go out full on war paint with your nation's colors. Where if you don't have any actual country shirts from PUBG, then take a football shirt on. It doesn't even matter. Just support your country and make sure to see if you can sign up for those too. There's definitely a sense of pride when you're playing for your country. I mean, I was playing for the UK with a lot of the pro players that are in there, and I actually just suck like so hard at PUBG, but it was the most fun I've ever had.
One of
in a
my
game.
best casting experiences in the studio, for those of you guys
The
who don't know,
nations.
we're in Stockholm, we're in Sweden, was when Denmark beat Sweden in Stockholm. That was one of my absolute most joyous moments in all of GL casting.
One of my scariest moments in this studio,
No way.
actually coming to this country, was when the UK beat Sweden.
You were afraid of walking out
in the World Cup. Yeah, it was that weekend, and I was like, I'm going to pretend I'm not.
You can always fake an accent,
Yeah.
and just not be
terrible.
from the UK. Yeah, I don't know, but in any case, guys, that's it for season 9. For those of you guys who do say, oh, but Toby and Talha and HayZ, we want to see more PUBG. Well, you're in all kinds of luck, because we will be playing off the second to last day of the Lads and Masters in just about 2 hours and 13 minutes. So that's going to be all kinds of amazing. We'll see which of the 16 LATAM teams will take the second spot of the PGC.
Yep. We need to find out who's going to be
It's 1 hour and 30 minutes.
the last slot coming from South America going to the PGC. And guys, you really don't want to miss it. These players are just insane.
We saw them here. I mean,
yeah.
they just won the Wingman.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, you know, they are so innovative with the ways they get kills and whatnot, and I'm a massive fan.
Yeah.
So don't go anywhere, because it is going to be a wonderful night of PUBG.
I mean, you can go somewhere. Just be sure to be back by midnight in
Well,
an
yeah,
hour and
of
12
course.
minutes.
I mean, where are you going to go? You're going to go around your house, make a cup of tea, and then come back and watch.
That's what British people do, at least.
Yep.
Have a biscuit to it. Maybe go get some fish and chips.
It's the worst
Be
part
British.
when you dip your biscuit and then it's a bit too soggy and then it falls into the cup of tea. Just British problems.
Just British problems. It's not even first world problems. Just British problems. But without having heard, I think I'm safe in saying that I think what we can do now is throw to a break, guys. It's been a joy broadcasting to you the 8th season of the LATAM and the NA Wingman series. But guys, we're going to take a break. We'll be back in about an hour, so stick around, and we'll be ready to bring you the LATAM Masters coming in there. See you then.